Can they hear us? Oh, they can.
There we go.
Hello, and welcome to the ESU Community Rumble Grand Final. Who would have thought? We're here already. It's been a long weekend, but it doesn't feel like it because we've had so much fun. But yeah, today I am Zefrosty. I'm joined with this great cast by Alba. You might have noticed him from his Twitch TV where he's been casting live. Yep. He's been casting live basically for the past whole couple of days. So you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I am Alba. I played for Pizza Polished this LAN. We finished on the 3rd place,
nice.
Losing to Lowpander in the lower bracket finals.
Oh well, it's. I mean, they're a good team.
Yeah.
It was a good show as well. They processed 3-2. Yeah. So you can't really be too unhappy with that. I mean,
yeah, it was a good performance. I think we could have done better, obviously, but.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to go out, you might as well go on a one-round difference. At least it's as close as it could have been.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, you know, never know what could have happened. It could have been maybe one more time if Hadiski actually ran the airstrike to mid.
Yeah.
Could have completely rolled them. That could have been it.
We were talking about it, but yeah, we didn't whip it out.
No, okay. Well, I'm sure that disappointed everyone. And
maybe, yeah.
Probably the right call in the end, but you know, that's what we were all looking out for. But still. But yeah, no, we're here. I think the plan is that we're going to go into the map picks and bans. Holy shit, can't even talk. But we'll be going into that shortly, so hopefully we'll get that going on the road. Oh yeah. And we have some sponsors to shout out. So it's Plantronics. We've provided these lovely headsets that I think 6 are going away to the winners of the grand final. 3. 6, yeah. And there's 3 for the competition that is on Twitter and Facebook. So if you go there, you'll see some lovely pictures of TurboTabs and news, and you can edit them to however you want and make it as awful or as great a meme as you possibly can. So we're going to be looking out for those. Yeah, let's go into picks and bans. I mean, we've got 2 bans here for Froyotech at the original, and then it goes on to Lowpander, the pick, and then it's back and forth, and then the decider will be whatever is left over. So, I mean, I think we can already predict one of the map bans, the one European map of Reckoner. I feel like we could probably predict that one, but what are you thinking? What maps do you think is going to come out in what order? I
think that Froyotech would ban Reckoner, and I think Lowpander might. Actually, they don't have a ban.
No,
so
it's just both Froyo.
Froyotech, they might. Let's see. I'm a little bit torn here. I actually don't know which map they will ban as second ban, but we'll see shortly here, as Reckoner has been their first ban.
Right off the bat. Not taking any hesitation whatsoever, just going straight in for that Reckoner ban. But yeah, I mean, we've processed. That's a bit of an interesting choice. I guess. I mean, I guess it's a safe call. Like, a lot of people know how to play process, and everyone's kind of comfortable on that map. And we saw earlier, Mookie sniping against you guys was pretty lethal on that map as well. So I guess that's a bit of a smart call. But so going on to the first pick. Yeah,
Froyotech getting the first pick in order for Lowpander to decide the order of the last 2 maps. So something in their favor at least. Snakewater being the pick that Froyotech picks.
Yep, yeah, and then we go on to Badlands as well, sort of a classic map. I guess all the old school players know how to play that. I think everyone that started playing the game after like 2014 seems to hate it, and myself included, because I have no idea what I'm doing on that map.
I love it.
Yeah, I guess everyone, all the old school players, they love it. I mean, after they changed to like the captain, I'm not a big fan, but yeah. And then going on to Sunshine, a pretty solid pick. It's like been played in America for quite a while, so it makes sense that
they're strong on the map. We got rolled by them earlier on Sunshine, so they're very good on Sunshine.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if it's a map you're comfortable with, then you're going to sort of have that team cohesion, and everyone's going to know what they're doing. And I'm pretty sure I played against them on Sunshine as well. And just like as soon as we got to mid, it was basically over. So if Habib seems to be pretty comfortable on these rollouts as well, and if he can consistently hit them, then he's just going to crush the enemies. But yeah, I think we're just waiting on one more pick from Lowpander to decide the last 2 maps. I think it's between
Gullywash and Products.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's down on the bottom here. So if I were them, I'd probably pick Gullywash, because if they could close it out, they don't want to be playing Product. I mean, it's just a good map for Froyo.
Product will be either the decider or the pick, so it looks like they picked Products.
Oh, right,
so we will start off with Snakewater, then Badlands, Sunshine, Product, and then Gullywash as a decider, if it goes that far.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I mean, Product, it's quite traditionally a really good Froyo map. Like they've always been good. Like Bani and Clockwork traditionally, I guess now Arik as well. He's a really crazy good scout. So I mean, they're going to be very, very comfortable on that map. And I think it's kind of weird because Lowpander also really like that map as well. Like they have Mr. Epic run sniper pretty much the whole time. And from in the past, like we saw in I-55, where Flippy liked to snipe a lot, and that was just one thing that sort of threw them off their game. They weren't so used to playing against that sort of perma sniper, and it's just I guess.
Yeah, and the question is how comfortable Papi feels on scout, because he's filling in Uber's role there.
Yeah, I guess.
So we'll see how comfortable he feels playing against some of the best scouts in the world.
Yeah, I mean, even then, it's like I've seen him in pugs and stuff like that. He's always been really, really good, but I guess pugs and actual games are a bit of a different thing. But still, I mean, he's got nuts DM on scout, and even in my opinion, if you run 2 soldiers with the sniper, it still can work. I mean, if you get that hyper aggression, I mean, it just sort of puts a lot of pressure on your scout. And if I'm honest, I think Funds can probably take the pressure. He's been playing really well this LAN so far, and
definitely.
He's definitely been stepping up. So if anything was going to happen, then I'm sure he can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're hopefully going to be starting this game fairly shortly. I'll check if anyone. We've got a few people in the server, so hopefully get there some sort of soon. But
hopefully soon.
What's your predictions for this first map? It's Froyo's pick. Do you think it's their home ground?
Yeah, I think Froyo will probably take the first map, but I'm expecting it to be an even matchup. I'm expecting it to be a 1-round difference or something like that.
Yeah, I mean we saw earlier. I mean on Reckoner, what was it, 4-2 to Lowpander? So it's not like they're going to get completely rolled or anything. They've been playing pretty well this entire LAN, and if they can show that kind of same really good cohesion and play that they had on Reckoner back in the first day, then I think they could definitely carry this over to different maps. It's definitely not just a 1-map thing.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I think also, what was it? Was it not one of their officials a few seasons ago where they literally like went one round up and then just stalemated on last the entire game? Like they had I think they had Mookie run sentry gun and all that sort of stuff.
I actually don't remember that game. I don't think I've seen it.
No, okay, well, no. I feel like I remember that. I could be completely wrong. I mean, I don't watch too many of the games. I try not to oversaturate myself with it, but I think that was one thing I remember. But no, I mean, even then, we've also got the classic Mookie telefrag kill onto Creo.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Hopefully we can see that happen again.
Yeah, that would be awesome if that would happen.
Just all 6 players push in one. Mookie comes up from the ground.
Gets all six players in one telefrag. That's the dream.
I hope so anyway. But yeah.
Or maybe a Machina shot, lining up like 3 or 4 people. That would be pretty cool.
I can see it, yeah. I mean, also, I guess. I mean, normally we see people like snipe on the right-hand side, but it's not like it's unheard of people holding in spawn, getting those key picks when you're on Uber disadvantage or something like that. Just, I mean, it's happened to me countless times where you're going through the shutter and then your medic just dies to a body shot because you tried to push a bit too quickly on ad, and then it just all goes downhill from there.
Not peeking those off classes.
Yeah. But no, I think so. What this whole setup is, I guess, it'll be like a break in between, and then so we're only casting this one map. And we're going on to someone else. I'm not sure who it is at this point, but
yeah, I'm not completely sure, but time will tell.
Time will tell. Yeah, so
see people joining the server here.
Yeah, hopefully we can get this show on the road. We've got most of the players. Do you want to maybe take us a rundown of one of the teams? Just see what you want to say about them.
Yeah, I can take a rundown of Lowpander.
Go for it.
So we have Fans and Mon on scouts, 2 very good scouts.
Yep.
I feel like Lowpander are playing differently than most other teams. They're really utilizing the power of the scout class and playing with 2 pocket scouts pretty much. And then they have Mookie on the roamer soldier, and he's very well known for his off-classing capabilities.
Yes, he does like his shenanigans and whatever. Just at random times you'll just want to be like going in and you expect to have the normal 6 classes, and then there's a spy who's backstabbed your medic or something like that, and he's spy crabbing on last. But yeah, I guess we've also got. Do you want to run down the rest of them? Yeah,
so we have Papi stepping in for Ubers, who unfortunately couldn't come. He has been showing up big time. He has had some really strong performances, especially on Reckoner versus Froyo, where he put out over 10k damage and like 30 plus frags.
I think he got like 30. I don't know exactly, but it was definitely like bigger than 2 KD or something like that, which is just, I don't know, in the day of the scout class of being just this overwhelming powerhouse going that KD and Prem Soldier is just ridiculous. So,
yeah.
I don't know, hopefully he can bring it out again today, because I was watching actually behind him. I was standing watching his POV, and he was just absolutely going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I think at one point he had 3 or 4 dubs, and that was one of his comms as well. He turned around and went 3 dubs. So hopefully, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him play on this map.
Yeah, so to finish the Lowpander roster, we have Hillreth on Demo Man. He's been playing the game for a very long time.
Yeah.
And he's very good at playing around with the scouts. I feel like he's fitting his role in the team.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then we have Martin on medic, a very mechanically skilled medic.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you like see him a lot of the times. Like, the whole team is wiped on mid, and he's already on last. Like, he knows.
Yeah.
He's a very, very smart player. He knows exactly when he wants to be in and when he wants to be out. And I feel like that's one of the qualities that they definitely need in this team. But
oh, I heard.
Yeah, we've got the ready up sound right now. I guess to quickly go through the Froy roster, we've got Banny, Arik, Garbuglio, Habib, Bear, and Paddy. So hopefully you caught all that. But yeah, we're going into this first mid if you want to take us away.
Yeah, let's get on the Hillreth cam as he is coming up in the choke area here. Gonna be throwing some stickies towards the Froya side of the middle. Both teams playing pretty passively right here, just exchanging damage back and forth. But we see big double solid bomb coming in here from Papi. He gets taken up by a nice pipe from Habib. Garbuglio cleans up Hillreth. But Hillreth gets a nice frag onto the Bear, the medic of Froyotech. So we see Martin here running away, keeping that Uber charge. So middle one by Froyo, but the Uber advantage in favor of Lowpander here.
Yeah, and we see actually Nuki is off on his little bit of an adventure.
Pani actually runs in and kills Martin, actually gets Papi as well.
Yeah, that's just something that you don't see terribly often, is just the scout aggression. I mean, you're saying it's a strong class, and if you can chase down those frags, I mean, it is faster than the medic in the end of the day. So
and this is something that I want to bring up. Froyotech, they're so aggressive. After like getting the mid fight, they just leave the cap for later and just run into last and chase down those frags.
Yeah, especially when it's like a medic frag. They really, I guess that's one thing that you don't want to have, is just letting the medic get out, build up that Uber, and it just makes sure push onto last a little bit harder. So it was really good from them to chase down that frag and secure themselves that slight Uber advantage that they've got right now. It's so not quite a big enough Uber ad to push off, but I mean, I guess you're saying they are a very aggressive team, so they might actually try and do this.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do with this, if they decide to send in sacks and maybe get an off class, or if they will go for that time play. And they're actually Ubered in here with Habib and Banny, and Banny's playing the point right here, but he's actually getting some frags left and right here. Froyo is getting 2 frags, well, actually 3 frags here, so only 4 players up. I'm reading this wrong.
Yeah, Froyo players are really, really aggressive. They've actually forced out that Uber from Martin, but they've stayed in and they've just completely crushed everyone and played the point, and that is the first round going to Froyotech. Such a clinical fashion as well. They win the mid, even though their medic dies, they chase down that medic frag, get that Uber ad, and play that point to perfection. So really good from them, just coming out with a very strong showing, and they know their stuff. They definitely know their stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I guess we're going on to the second mid, and hopefully I'm going to be watching Habib see if he can nail this rollout. He looks like he's going to go through this saw area, going to be trying to get some long-range damage onto Hildreth, see if he can win the mid just off of some spam damage. But we did see a double soldier bomb from the Lowpander side last time, so we'll see if they can maybe do the same thing here.
Oh my god! From Garbuglio here to enter the saw area of Lowpander, and Mookie actually gets taken out as well by Arik, and the frags are going all in Froyo's way, absolutely crushing Lowpander. It's only Mon and Martin up. Hopefully they can get out to save that Uber that they have gotten. But a big bomb coming in from Paddy to take Martin out.
Yeah, he was determined to make sure that Martin didn't get out there. I mean, they've still not even got much cap time, and they're already in this lobby area, just putting so much pressure on them in this spawn area, making sure they can't even get anything set up for last. They are just looking to dominate, and it looks like they're doing it so well. No off classes, no engineer, just one off class for them right now. So yeah, that was really good from Froyo, just making sure that they can keep up that pressure and deny any sort of extra things that they would have to deal with on last.
Yeah, so let's see where Froyo decides to go with this Uber that they have. I'll be taking lobby here slowly. Habib walking around there, probably deciding with his team what they're going to do, and it looks like they're going to take it here on the right side. And they're actually Ubered in with Banny and Habib. and focusing down that sentry first of all, and now getting some point pressure, just bombing in. Solids are flying left and right, and a nice air pipe from Habib, absolutely destroying Mookie. And they're getting so much presence on the point and actually managed to cap it off.
Yeah, no, they're just the same thing again. They just walked through that shutter. Bani, once the Uber had faded, got on that point, putting so much pressure on it, and since Habib knew exactly what he was doing, it's so hard to get that scout off the point when there's 6 enemy stickies just lining up at your face, and yeah, they just get that cap time and finish off the round. So really, again, just a clinical push from them, and going to be 2-0 to them.
Who will you be following to this middle?
I'm going to be seeing, let's see what Paddy wants to do. He's getting some long-range spam damage right now, looking for some opportunities. I think they're just waiting for maybe some aggression from the Lowpander side at the moment. And we see the double bomb coming in, going into their saw and lower, but they do actually take down Bear and Habib, so there's some really good push aggression. But the scouts and Martin are up for the Lowpander side, and they're just biding their time and waiting for these weak players to come into them. They do have the heals, but in the end, funds does fall, and it's just Mr. Epic, and they're just running out to last while the Froyo players just decide to cap onto this midpoint. But it does look like Lowpander are going to be able to hold on to second.
Yeah, Lowpander deciding to play it smart there instead of fighting with Mon and Funds. And Funds actually got taken out, so Mon were running out Martin out of the fight. So let's see what Lowpander decides to do here with the Ubra that they have saved up here, as it looks like they're peeking here a little bit. We see some pressure here from Garbuglio as well, spamming those rockets, and Hilres is actually walking in here. Uber has been forced. A nice bomb in, doing tons of damage onto the Garbuglio and Bani that doesn't manage to clear a frag, but they do get the point.
Yeah, but it looks like the Uber is coming straight back out from Froyo here, just stopping that point from being captured, and the Lowpander players are just going to have to completely hightail it out of there. And it looks like, yeah, 2 picks going the way of Froyotech. They've got the point, they might try and push off of this, and it looks like they're going to be coming in this main area right now, just going to see what kind of aggression they can get on. The Lowpander players right now are pretty far back in lobby, so I think they're just ready to give this up. They realise that no soldiers can stop them from getting in here, and just with the lack of spam damage, and all you've got is the Demoman's traps, and it's just going to be so hard to hold on to that point, especially without any of that coordinated spam to just make sure that they can maybe weaken them a little bit before they can even get into the fight. But yeah, it's going to be them holding on last. They do have a slight Uber advantage, but I don't know if they're going to be doing much off of it. They're so far back on last, it's going to dwindle by the time they get out of here.
Yeah, I think they're just going to wait it out and try to make Froyo to do a mistake. But Froyo has the lead right now. They don't need to push.
No,
they could just slow it down right here and just bring the time down.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah, it's just, I mean, we've got Mookie actually up on that one class that we're not allowed to say, but yeah, I think he's just, don't know, he might just been checking what the plan for Froyo is here. I don't think they have anything special going on. They're just trying to hold on to this lobby. I think most of their players were up when they pushed on to second, so they're just going to be looking for picks here. We see Arik actually getting in on the left side. So
you see some pressure here on the right side from Froyotech, actually walking in here with a scout very far.
Yeah, they noticed the sentry. I think Arik is just completely uncontested as well. All the Lowpander players are clumped up at the back here, and it allows Paddy or Garbuglio to just bomb in. They do actually get a headshot onto Arik, but unfortunately they do lose Mookie for that. And despite the fact that they've got 2 kills, I don't know if it doesn't look like they're pushing out at all. They're just content to hold on to this last point right now.
Yeah, definitely. There's actually it looks like Hilworth wants to exchange some damage there, but he gets almost taken out there. He took a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. So it's going to be waiting here to see what move they can do here.
Yeah, I think they're just going to be waiting. We do see Paddy actually very aggressive on that left side, seeing if he can bait someone in for a pick. But yeah, the spawner of Arik is actually up now, so they will have 6 players in the front lines very shortly. But yeah, I guess it's just uneven Ubers, and it's down to like the pick classes of like the roamers and the scouts, just to see if they can find anyone on the flank, or if someone overextends to the combo, if they can just crunch them as they come in. But yeah, we see Mookie actually peeking this lower area, gets a nice little rocket onto one of the soldiers, but not quite able to do enough damage for it to be relevant. But it's just oh, and actually we do see a headshot ringing out from Mr. Epic. He's got that soldier down, so just stopping Froyotech doing whatever they want. But yeah, Mookie going in for a bit of a sack, but unfortunately not able to.
Yeah, I was trying to get the counter sack going, but unfortunately it doesn't matter to get anything done with that counter sack. So we're gonna wait here to see what the respawners can do. The Hillrith actually gets a pick here onto Banny. So let's see what Lowpander, how they will act on this man advantage that they have gathered.
Ooh, Mr. Epic just barely missing a shot onto Habib there. He's actually playing with fire, walking back into Mon. I don't think he respects him too much, but that's not a good idea. But yeah, these soldiers are just constantly peeking, putting that spam down on the sniper. Just, I don't know, you'd think you'd want to just run away and hide as quick as you possibly can, but they're just keeping that spam damage down to stop him getting any good angles, and unfortunately it seems to be working for them, to the much hatred probably from the Lowpander side right now. They've so almost got a few picks there onto the demo and onto the soldier, but not quite able to connect that shot.
It actually looks like Froyo want to attempt to push here, but they're spamming the sentry currently. And Mon gets a nice pick onto Garbuglio there, and Mookie tries to counter-sack.
No, we just see Arik actually on the point, but not quite able to get anything. I think the bottle comes out from Hildreth, and then he gets cleaned up. And
Habib is so far forward, just dishing out damage. And Papi goes in with the banner pop to force that Uber, which he successfully does. There's only 4 people alive here for Lowpander. As we see, Froyo plays going very aggressive here, but they actually decide to pull back, and Banny was in too far.
Yeah, they were a little bit too aggressive there. I mean, they did get quite a lot of cap time, so they could have maybe tried to stay in, commit, and go for that repush that we saw in the first round, but it seems they thought better of it. Obviously, that Uber was a little bit better than in that other situation. They had a pretty good position on the point, but unfortunately not quite able to finish that cap up, and now we're just going to be seeing them back in the same sort of situation. I think they're just going to be building up this Uber and seeing if they can maybe try do a dot push and stop Martin maybe getting that Uber.
Yeah, so let's see what's going on right here. As both teams are currently building their Ubers. See Mon on that heavy class just shooting people. As Froyo are moving in there on the far right side, just moving together as a unit, and Habib is spamming out so much damage. Look at the health of the Lowpander players, and Fans actually gets taken out. Lowpander is edging the point, and the Uber has been forced here for Lowpander. As Mookie tries to bomb in to force the Uber, and Papi does the same. And the Uber has finally been forced, but now there's only 3 people alive here for Lowpander, as Froyo is just playing the point, and they managed to make it 3-0.
Yeah, that was such a good push from them. They just walked in completely for free. I mean, we saw earlier, Arik walked in that left-hand side and was able to put off like 3 or 4 different clips from this pistol without even onto the sentry, without even being contested, and they seem to have just abused that kind of mentality there, where you could just walk in, get a load of room. They actually even got the force from just so much damage being put out by Habib, and then yeah, they were forced Lowpander into just such a bad situation, and the picks just went their way.
Yeah, so I'm gonna follow Hildreth on this middle as he's spamming stickies to that top area. And so much presence on the top from Froyotech. They're having so much control of that area, as the frags actually going Lowpander's way here, getting 2 nice frags, but they're getting traded as well. So 4 versus 4 here, as Paddy takes out Papi. We're looking at a possible cleanup situation here for Fans and Mon, who's running forward here together with Martin. Gets the pick on both Banny and Paddy, so it's only Bear alive, as we see Bear running back to last.
Yeah, it looks like he's successfully got out. He's got his 2 players there to protect him now, and not quite got Uber yet, but you'll have it in just a second to protect this point, and I think they're going to be able to hold on to this second right now. But yeah, that was a really good mid from Lowpander. We saw Mookie jump into that kitchen area and just put a load of pressure onto the flank. And we saw one scout go in and feed for him, and then a few other players had to go in, and they took a bit of damage, and then it all went downhill from there, and they just had to give up on that mid. And that nice cleanup at the end by Mon as well, just making sure that he can consistently hit those shots and do the damage that was needed to successfully go up here. But we do actually see Mookie going back to spawn and coming up on the class. So we'll maybe see if Froyotech are prepared for any of this shenanigans right now.
Yeah, so let's see what Froyo is doing right now. They're just sitting here waiting for the action currently. As damage is being exchanged here. Actually, Froyo is taking quite a bit of damage. They gotta be careful here. He was down to like something like 8 HP there.
Yeah, he's playing pretty aggressive around that saw area, just making sure that he can trade the spam and see if he can hold off the combo. But yeah, there's a lot of aggression from Lowpander, and I don't know, they might be just trying to see if they can put in a little bit of a peek there and see what kind of picks they can engineer for themselves. But we do see also Habib just going and quite low in that saw area. Everyone rotated and he was kind of
Oh, Mookie
left on
actually
his
got
own.
found.
Oh, did he? Oh no.
But he actually managed to stay alive.
Yeah, he's been in position and he's actually... Oh, he gets Habib! And he goes for the spy crab. A nice
Classic Mookie there with the spy crab.
That's what we like to see. A little bit of BM just to, you know, spice things up. So, yeah.
See Papi, big bob onto Bear. Hits 2 nice rockets and the third, but Bear doesn't need to pop that Uber.
Yeah,
just jet.
Balls of steel right there, just making sure that you can hold on to that Uber. So unfortunately there from Papi, not quite able to hit the shots that he was looking for. But we do actually see someone on mid right now, I think.
Yeah, Eric is there, just annoying Lowpander, is jumping in for the medic, but Fans is hitting him with some nice shots. And Ban is actually coming in to help him. So Mon taking out Eric, but getting traded in return.
Oh my god, Banny's putting out so much damage and actually gets the force, putting Hildreth so low, and they haven't even had to use the Uber yet. I don't even think Lowpander are in a position to force it at all. No, they're not. So this is looking like a bit of a car crash for them here, but we do see a bit of a play maybe. Oh no,
Ban is so aggressive, just rushing forward and shooting the targets close to him.
Yeah, he's very confident in his DM right now.
Yeah, definitely. I see Mookie bombing in and firing a rocket, and actually the Uber gets forced here by Lowpander. Actually managed to force Froyo's Uber, but they all get taken out in return, so it's a full team wipe.
It looks like they're going to go for a bit of a spawn camp here, just making sure that they can't get out. He's been spotted. Habib on the left-hand side, just shutting down this shutter area completely, and this is looking so bad. Lowpander are all stuffed in the spawn, trying to use the pyro to get out, but no, that's a 4th round going the way of Froyotech, and very convincing there. They just, after that great Uber trade that they got on mid, they were just able to keep that aggression, roll it forward, and just keep up the momentum as well. And it was really good from them, a really great showing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see if Lowpander can get a mid maybe and convert it to a round here.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at seeing what Papi will do here, as he is going up on that catwalk area.
Yeah, we do see them coming here, but actually we've got a bit of a hider on right now, and Mookie and Bugli are actually going to be dueling in this kitchen area, and Mookie gets the better end of it. So Lowpander off to a good start on this mid. Papi up top now gets some nice rockets onto the soldier, so just putting out that damage and making sure that his team can follow up of it. We do see Mon getting a nice pick as well, and now he's launching in, and they're just completely bullying them out. They've just realised that they got that one pick in kitchen and able to convert it into a bit of a mid-win.
Yeah.
Just so much pressure going out from the soldiers there.
Yeah, we're playing it slow and just bullying Froyo out of the middle there with the 2 picks that they had and the 1-man advantage. So we're going to see possibly a bit of a stalemate here, as Papi actually does a lot of damage on Habib. He's got to be careful there at the saw area. He's been very aggressive there previously. So let's see, not much going on currently, as both medics have their Ubers. And let's see if we're going to get a sack going here from Lowpander maybe.
Yeah, it looks like one of them is actually maybe trying to shape up to do something here, but unfortunately right now not able to quite get in the proper position, and they're just sort of milling around, seeing what they can try and find, and that's always a bit of a hard thing to do. I mean, you never know the best time to strike, and it's always a bit difficult sort of judging these things, but it looks like Mookie getting very aggressive around that window area, just getting some nice spam onto the combo and even tagging the flank scout a little bit there, just making sure that they're keeping under pressure. As we do see a scout actually going through, get Mon getting completely crushed, and Mookie trying to back him up there, but he goes down to 20 HP, and these players are just going at him, but luckily Martin able to save his life, and the Arik tries to overextend a little bit for those frags, and he's going to get cleaned up, and now it looks like we're going back to normal and just seeing what's going to happen on mid here.
Yeah, so we see Lowpander having 1 pick here, but their health is not great, so they're currently just waiting and healing up and clearing some sticky traps here in the saw area.
But we do see them shaping up a little bit lower here, seeing what picks they can get. Mr. Epic actually seeing if he can get a sight line onto anyone, but not right now. And we do see it's kind of a bit slow right now. The Lowpander players have all rotated lower, just seeing what kind of spam they can get. As we do see a soldier bomb into them, and he gets a few nice rockets, but Paddy is cleaned up. The sniper has been spotted, and Mr. Epic, he's just going to go in for a bit of a Hail Mary shot. He's got 1 pick advantage for his team right now, seeing if he can maybe get a pick and sightline onto anyone. A few people are peeking him, not quite able to connect up the shots though, just waiting his time and
seeing
if he can maybe get something. But down in the saw
area,
area,
so much space here in the grass area.
Yeah.
There's actually a spy that has been spotted by Mon, and he's trying to go for the trick stab, but he gets taken out by Funds. Oh, and what a nice headshot from Mon, taking out Bear, dropping his Uber, and the Uber has been forced here by Lowpander, cleaning up the frags. Funds killing Garbuglio there.
Oh, but the soldier in the soldier and Saw gets a nice shot into Mon, but not quite able to hit that splash rocket and clean him up as he looks like he's going to escape through cheese. Yeah, Mon not quite able to put his sightline onto him in time. But it does look like they're rotating into this lobby area now, seeing what they can get. And he's got a nice sightline as well. And oh my god, just
so
barely
close.
misses the shot.
And Fans actually gets taken out there, presumably by a sticky trap from Habib. So they're gonna back up here and wait at the second area. As there is a scout behind there from Froyo. It's actually Banny in the grass area. Is distracting so much, just running behind. And the frags are getting traded here in favor for Froyotech here, and Puppy's actually on the back end, but it's a bit too late and no one was able to block that second area as Fans is running into Paddy, taking him out, and Eric gets the frag onto Puppy, and you're gonna see Lowpander getting back to this middle area.
Yeah, that was a really good play from Banny there, just realizing that the lower area wasn't being watched, got behind them and just put so much pressure and distraction that too many players from Lowpander turned around trying to deal with him, and then the rest of his team could just walk in and clean up those frags. And now they do have, well, they had a little bit of an Uber advantage, but I think it's gone now. But yeah, they're just going to be holding on to the second area, seeing what they can do. And it's looking, so far, I mean, it's what, not too long left, 9 minutes left on the clock, and it's 4-0 in favour of Froyotech, so Lowpander need to get a bit of a move on here and see what they can do.
They managed to slow the game down and stop the train of Froyo from getting the 5th round. Let's see if they can actually convert this into a few rounds as they are peeking the saw area here, exchanging some damage as Habib is spamming the stickies.
Yeah, I think they're just going to be trying to see what kind of plays they can go for. Mookie peeking lower, trying to see if he can bully that flank out a little bit, but unfortunately they're just standing their ground right now. The soldier in lower, just going to see what he can do. But yeah, I think it's just sort of what teams can get the picks that they need as soon as possible, and we do see them just sort of just waiting for their plays to happen.
Oh, it was so close by Mon hitting Habib there as he was sniping from the window area, and Banny actually finishes off Mookie. Man advantage here for Froyo. Let's see if they decide to do anything with it.
Yeah, and it looks like Mon just sitting on mid here, seeing if he can find any aggression from anywhere. Paddy actually going in for a bit of a sack, but Hildreth not quite able to, or Hildreth able to, sorry, stop him from getting too aggressive there and shutting down any play that he possibly could. But yeah, for now we're just trying to see if, it looks like Mon just trying to do what he can, not quite able to get that shot into Banny. He's just jumping around. He does hit a body shot, but it's not enough to take him down. And yeah, we're just seeing what they can do right here. He does ring off a headshot, yeah, so he's doing his work right now and just seeing what they can do. But yeah, we do see the spy from behind. He gets a nice shot back.
He was sitting behind for so long there, just waiting for his opportunity, and actually decides to go for Mon in the end.
Yeah, they call it the pick class, but I don't think you're supposed to go for the other pick class. But either way, still a trade right there. So that's at least what they were looking for. That's threat of the snipers sometimes is just way too much. And right now, Lowpander were playing it so well, just getting so much pressure and lower that they had to like rotate all their players. But it does look actually like an Uber has come out from Lowpander. They're getting aggressive now. They realise the time is not quite with them, and the force does come out from Bear. Going to see if he can do anything. And Froyotech are so aggressive in this saw area, just trying to see what they can do, but they have lost 2 players. And I don't know if they can do it.
Actually stuck in, and he gets cleaned up by Mon. And Habib is coming in with some nice stickies onto Funds, taking him out, but he's weak, and he gets taken out by Papi. And Hildreth getting fried here by Paddy as well. And there's a scout number 1 between Mon and Eric on the point, and Mon actually gets the better out of Eric there. So it looks like Lowpander has been able to stabilize this now. And the medic for Froyo is spawning now, so they have a nice Uber advantage here going into to this last. Maybe they can convert this to a round.
Yeah, hopefully so. It looks like they're in a really good position to, with a 50% Uber advantage right now. They might be able to finish up this round, but the Froyo players are getting so aggressive in this lower area. They realise that Lowpander don't quite have their Uber yet, and they're just going to take the fight. They do get a pick onto Mookie, onto Funds again, and this is looking really good for them. They do, however, lose Habib, but it's just Hildreth and Martin alive, and Martin is going to have to just run for his life, and but Arek doing such a good job realising that he can chase that frag, and even though Hildreth there just hits a nice pipe onto Banny, but it's just not enough, and in the end, yeah, that aggressive play from Froyo just coming out strong again. I mean, we see a lot of times when people are in uber disadvantage, they just turtle up on last and just completely give up on a round, but
Banny was dishing out so much damage there in the second area. He was just hitting meat shot after meat shot, killing 2 people and assisting in 1 there. So it's a good stuff from Banny there. So let's see what they decide to do here with their uber advantage.
We did see Mookie there in the forward spawn. He does actually get a pick onto Habib, so not bad there. But yeah, the Froyo players getting really aggressive. They look really spread out right now, but I think they're going to get there in the end. The 3 picks onto the Lowpander players, I think it'll be enough. And they're looking like they want to just try and take it in. Scouts are peeking lower right now, but I don't know. I think they should probably just wait for the respawners to come in and get those buffs. But either way, they're looking like they want to try and commit to this.
How would you play out the situation with 5 minutes remaining on the clock, uber disadvantage, and 0-4 up,
I mean,
or down?
God, I think you just have to play defensive and see if you can keep as many players alive as you possibly can, because they need to have these 6 players alive if they want to push out and keep that momentum. But it looks like they're being too passive, and they just let Froyo cap up the point, and that is the first map. 5-0 going the way of Froyotech, and
very strong showing from Froyotech.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroying Lowpander there in the first 4 rounds, and then Lowpander was actually able to slow the game down, and but they couldn't convert it. They couldn't convert it into a round, sadly.
Yeah, they had quite a few good opportunities there. Like Mr. Epic was hitting some good shots on sniper, and they got a few spy plays, but yeah, just weren't quite able to do it. But yeah, I think we're going to move on to some logs now and see what numbers they have to show for their performance. I mean, we'll look in here. I think what stands out to me.
What stands out to me is the soldiers of Lowpander here being on 7 kills and 18 deaths, and 5 kills and 17 deaths for Papi.
Yeah.
So not a good performance by them.
Not particularly, but yeah, you got to look at the scouts for Froyo there. Banny up at 25 kills and Arek up at 18, and it was showing in match as well. I mean, it's not just a couple of numbers on a log sheet. I mean, you saw them consistently chasing down these key frags, like Martin trying to get out and stay alive, and consistently throughout the competition he's been able to do that and keep on to that uber charge for his team. But when you've got 2 top DM scouts in the world just running at you relentlessly, it's just so difficult to keep on to your life, and unfortunately for him in some of those situations it just wasn't possible. Yeah,
Mon doing a pretty good performance as well with his 16 kills, 11 deaths and 5k damage there, but obviously not as good as Banny stats there.
No, not quite. I mean, it's kind of hard to see that. I mean, but yeah, going to damage, I mean, we've seen there Habib doing his team proud up at the top of the scoreboard, going 14-6 and top damaging. I mean, that's what you like to see from your demo. I mean, if you're not dying on demo man and just consistently putting out that damage, it's so hard to deal with. Just constantly peppering players down with stickies across the map and getting these dumb trap plays and stuff like that. It's just very hard to deal with.
Yeah, so we see Hildreth being on top of the damage board for Lowpander there, but not managing to get the frags.
Yeah, unfortunately not. I mean, it's kind of like the curse of playing demo on a map where you're losing is just like most of the damage you're getting is people pushing into you as you're trying to escape. So I guess maybe it was just hitting those pipes and stickies on people, chasing him down, but not quite able to finish off the frags himself. I mean, it's so hard to protect yourself as demo, but if you're putting out the damage, I mean, that's all you can really ask. If you get a few kills here and there, that's
one thing that stands out for me is that Hildreth was taking so much more damage than Habib, if you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, I guess that is just kind of how it goes. I mean, if you're always on the back foot, and I don't know, I think they were under control mid a few times, but if you're being pushed into your own spawn quite a lot, it's just, I guess you're going to be taking that damage, trying to walk out of choke points and stuff like that, but unfortunately there, you just wasn't quite enough.
Froyotech are just so good at protecting Habib. He has, he's getting so much space created from his soldiers and scouts.
Yeah, I think that's traditionally how the Froyotechs like to play anyway, is just sort of playing very demo-centric with your scouts very aggressive, because I mean, if you're being hyper-aggressive with your scouts, people are going to be playing further back, so he's just got so much room, and then the soldiers can just bomb in and create that space to help out the scouts as well. And yeah, we saw Garbuglio and Paddy on mids and stuff like that. Whenever you saw like the soldiers being cleaned up from Lowpander, they just get in there, make sure there was consistent rockets getting down, spammed down, and putting out the work.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, that was the first map, and it was, I mean, it wasn't quite 4-2 to Lowpander like they did 2 days ago, 5-0. It's not maybe not quite what they were looking for, but still, I mean, there was moments of hope in there. They were doing pretty well. I mean, it wasn't all doom and gloom.
Yeah, it was Froyo's pick, so we got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
As we will be going into the second map here in a bit.
Can't remember what it is. If someone could remind us, that would be great. But yeah, I guess we should probably just wrap up. I mean, I think this is our slot over and done with. So shout out to ESU for letting us be the. Shout out for ESU, you know, lending us the venue, letting us have this glorious weekend playing
definitely.
TF2, and shout out to Plantronics for providing these headsets. So I guess, you know, when they win the game, they can sound tour online as well, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next map we're going to be going on to is Badlands. Not sure who the casters are, but we hope to see you in a second. And yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Keep talking, apparently, so we don't stay right there.
Yes.
Go away for a bit of a walk. But yeah, no. You got any closing thoughts on that Snakewater? Got any thoughts on Snakewater? Yeah, they always like us.
Thoughts on Snakewater? It feels like Froyo, they were showing up from the first minute, and it seems like Lowpander was a bit surprised with the extreme aggression that Froyo was putting out, but they managed to wake up after the first rounds, but not early enough. So let's hope that on Pro Lands that they can get some momentum going and hopefully close that map out.
You say momentum in Pro Lands. Yeah, I think, I don't know, I mean, in my thoughts on the map, a lot of the time, like these days, it seems to just end in a bit of a stalemate on last, but hopefully you're right and they just keep on going in. I mean, it's not like the cap time is too bad, so we can go for it. But yeah, do you want to close us off then? Yeah,
so thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the first map here in the grand finals of Esports United Community Rumble.
Yep, I guess so. I mean, I've been zefrosty, this has been Alba. We've had a pleasure casting, but stay right there. Pro Lands is just coming up and we'll see you soon. Welcome back. we've tricked you. You thought that you got rid of us and that you could have some good casters, but no, you've got me instead. Alba's been doing fine, but you know, I try my best, but I fail miserably every time. But yeah, we're back.
I think you're doing a good job.
Well, I'll take the compliment. I'll take the compliment. But yeah, no, we're coming back. We've got Pro Lands up for you very, very shortly here. So I guess we'll just be going in as soon as we can.
Yeah. So what do you think about Pro Lands? Do you think it plays in the favor of Lowpander's play style, or?
Yeah, I guess it kind of does. I mean, you see a lot of times where they're fighting on last or on second. A lot of the times you can get like a good sniper play. Like if you hold someone on the train or looking over the choke, then you can maybe open up these plays. And definitely with people like Mookie and Mon, who are very consistent snipers and good off-classers, they should be able to do it. And plus, I think it's also one of the maps that, in my opinion, seems to be worse for scouts. I don't know if that's fair to say, but
yeah, I think
soldiers definitely shine a bit more.
Yeah, I think it's one of the maps where it's a lot harder to get the space that you need to get good damage out.
Yeah, yeah, because I guess it is a lot of like wide open spaces for like soldiers they can jump in. We see like people like Captain and Drac, they just like to skip across the point, go into the enemy's house, and then just create a lot of pressure from behind there. But yeah, I think that's who I'm going to be really watching is just the soldiers. I mean, soldier main myself, I like to see them go for big plays, and hopefully they can do it here on Pro Lands. That's just, and we've also seen Pappy. He's been running these banners a lot as well, and we've noticed that in these sort of critical situations, especially in Badlands last, when there's a lot of spam going out, you can sort of run those banners, trade those Ubers, and once you've got a banner like what is it, Battalion's Backup, that's the one that does the resistances. So if they can build those up and use them effectively, maybe can get some good pushes out of last.
Yeah, I know Pappy really likes to run those banners, so hopefully we'll see some banners coming up from him. And maybe
I guess maybe it's not just Pappy that likes them, maybe it's the whole Lowpander team we saw in the past. Ubers online, he likes to run them as well, so maybe it's just a core style of their play. I mean, they like using the off classes, they like using the banners, they just like to switch it up and make it a bit of more of an interesting field of play for everyone.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I think we're, most of the people on the server now? Let's have a quick tab in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we're missing one player on Lowpander, so maybe they're just going for a bit of a break. I mean, it's been a long first map for them. Maybe they want to just try and chill out, rethink their strats, see what they can do. But yeah, hopefully we should be starting fairly shortly.
Yeah, we see Mon being the one who's missing currently there on the server.
Is he not on the server? I mean, earlier, I can't remember who it was against, but they were playing Pro Lands against, I think, one of the teams, and he was just sitting in Twitch chat. So maybe that's what he's doing right now. He's getting his daily dose of Twitch.
That might be boosting his confidence there in the Twitch chat.
Yeah. I know. I've seen him do it quite a few times. Like you'll see him play the game, and he'll get, instead of getting angry or raging or anything, he'll just instantly tab out, go into Twitch chat, type some random shit, and then go back in. It's like just his way of clearing his head. So it's an interesting concept. It's better than shouting in a LAN hall, probably.
Definitely is.
Yeah. No. But yeah, so who are you thinking is going to be the one to watch out for here? I mean, I know I've said the scouts are going to be a little bit more hard got done for, but I mean, anything could happen. What are you thinking?
I'm going to be interested in seeing how Bib will play this middles, as has a very good DM.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good point actually. I mean, we've seen in the past like demos like Cadus and stuff like that who are really, really consistent with their rollouts, are just able to completely lock out the other demo man from choking. A lot of it can spiral from there. So I guess I mean, so one thing to notice is just can the demos put out pressure on mid?
Yeah, definitely. And I think obviously the soldiers for both teams is worth watching out for, seeing what kind of plays they will be going for. If they will do the passive play, or if they will do the captain drag play by skip jumping into the house. It's gonna be interesting to see what the middles will look like. And
obviously, but
how the teams will play.
But I don't know if it's actually a good strat or not, but it's something that I like to do a lot. I mean, I'm just a mid player. It might just be that people are too bad to counter it, but I don't know. Something that seems to work a lot is if you're pocket soldier or your roamer, just walk under the point. I mean, most people obviously have a scout watching you under, but if you notice that there's a big opportunity there, you can just walk right into them and get loads of spam damage rockets. And if people are trying to exit through house, it's really good for just putting down consistent spam, stopping them from backing up, and then letting the rest of your players clean them up if they need to, or even just killing them yourself if they're silly enough.
As a scout playing that under role, it's very hard sometimes to stop the soldiers from walking through that lower area, especially if you're getting spammed by the demo or a scout is rushing over the point towards you. can be very difficult denying that under area.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bit of a diverse mid as well. I mean, you can just, I mean, it's kind of similar. I don't know, what was it? Old Lockjam used to have one of these bridges, and I guess there was a small lower area.
We're
but
actually
it wasn't quite the
live
same,
here on the second map, ProLands, in the grand finals of ESU Community Rumble. As we see both Demomans here rolling out to middle, both having a very good rollout here, both doing good, doing fast, exchanging stickies, and we see a quick bomb here from, I believe it's Mookie, onto Habib, and Bani and Eric are both taken out, so no scouts on the board for Froyotech. And as we see, actually, I think I saw Hildreth bomb, but he was bombing Choke. I thought he was bombing Reese up there.
Yeah, I saw a few of the players backing out that Reese up area, just seeing if they can maybe get a bit of a bomb going on, but unfortunately for him, he was made a bit of a wrong decision, unfortunately for him. But yeah, the Froyo player is able to get out last, but Lowpander off to a really good showing at the mid.
Very convincing mid, I would say.
Yeah, they just completely crushed them on mid. They've had to have the players, I was about to call him Ascent because of Paddy's alias right now, but yeah, no, the Froyotech player is actually backed up to last right now, so we're just going to be seeing what they can do. But we did see Hildreth actually going back and switching it up a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of play they go for on last year.
Yeah, absolutely. We see Lowpander currently waiting as they decide to hit that lobby area right now. Mookie finding those stickies and removing them. So let's see how Lowpander wants to tackle this this last defense of Froyotech, having a sentry and everything. Yeah,
we do see quite a strong hold here. We've got Habib protecting that sentry on top left, just putting the spam down into main and sort of freaking out the Lowpander players a little bit, but right now they're just kind of trading spam. Mookie does actually get that sentry gun down, so that's going to be a bit of an opportunity, and it looks like they're actually rushing in bottom right. Both scouts going towards the point. Mookie playing the top right area, putting a lot of spam on there, yeah.
But unfortunately they couldn't finish off that cap, but they get the Uber Force, and it looks like Martin is actually going to stay alive here. Papi gets taken out to save Martin here, so Hildreth and Martin are going to be backing up. They're getting chased by Eric here, and he's continuously chasing here, but he has to back off when he was reaching the choke area there because of the spawners of Lowpander. Yeah,
again we see the scouts of Froyotech just so aggressive in these choke areas. I mean, they realize that they need to try and make something work, and they're very good at making sure they can chase really far, but not so much that they die a lot of the time. And that's something that's so valuable when you're on scout, is just staying alive as much as you can, because you can just do so much as a class. It's really...
Yeah, we see Lowpander actually taking over the resap area. Hildreth on the quickie bombs, and we see all of Froyo almost are located at the spire. Very interesting hold here as Hildreth is walking forward. The Uber has actually been forced here for Lowpander. They're walking into Froyo, exchanging damage, and the counter Uber gets popped here by Froyo. And Martin actually managed to get out, but they're getting chased in choke here. They got to be careful. And the Garbuglio actually takes out Mookie here. So 5 versus 5 currently, and the health is not great for Froyo right now.
No, it really isn't, and those picks are going their way. Just 3 of the players going down very swiftly.
Bani actually flanks and kills Martin there.
Yeah, I was about to say, the Lowpander player had the really good flank, but I didn't even see Bani behind, and he just takes down that really key pick, and it's going to kind of stunt the push a little bit. But there's only 1 player up on Laston. Lowpander just rollback into Laston. That is a first round going their way, so really good play, and a great showing from Lowpander so far in this game.
Definitely a very convincing first round, I would say. Like they never got pushed back from middle.
Yeah, they really didn't. They just, I mean, they lost second point, but even then they had got the force out of Bear and just made Froyo sort of have to play on their heels. So yeah, unfortunately for that. But yeah, we do see these demos rolling it to mid. Hildreth is slightly faster, getting that sticky, but Habib deciding to play that window area.
It's so aggressive on the point there, and a big bomb coming in from Papi. Actually gets the frag to Bear there, so medic advantage for Lowpander, but the rest of them are getting cleaned up. So Marty's got to be careful here not to get taken out as well, and Fans actually gets the better of Bani there. But Hildreth gets taken out, so it's only Martin and Fans. Martin actually being bombed by Garbuglio. Garbuglio is so weak, but actually manages to take out Martin there, and Fans also dies. So full team wipe there for Lowpander.
Yeah, that was so unfortunate. We saw there Martin brings out his arrows trying to protect himself. Garbuglio only 37 health at the time, and the arrow not quite in the right position. It hits the fence and isn't able to clean up that kill. So, you know, maybe if Badlands didn't have that one little fence, then they could have he could have escaped there. But unfortunately, today was not the day.
Yeah, so we see a uber advantage here for Froyotech. They're actually deciding to go in here on the Spire. Big bomb coming in from Garbuglio onto that balcony area, but he actually gets taken up by Mookie, but he gets traded by Eric. So Fry's going both ways right now, but health is not great for Lowpander as they are getting taken out there. It's only Fons, Martin, and Mon alive, and Mon also gets cleaned up, so only Fons and Martin here.
Yeah, that was really a bit odd. They just decided to take that fight on Spire.
Surprisingly slow cap time here from Froyo.
Yeah, they're just doing the same thing again. They've got the Habib and Garbuglio really aggressive in top left and just absolutely crunching them, taking down that sniper. And Martin doesn't even have the Uber, and they just cap it up in time. That's crazy. Again, you said it on Snakewater. They just leave those caps, and once that scout was left behind, the rest of the team pushed up, just completely crunching them on that mid, and Martin just didn't have enough time to get that Uber.
Yeah, I agree. Very convincing run for Froyo. So this game is very much back and forth here. So let's see if Lowpander can get another round on the board here, and let's see what they decide to do at this mid fight here.
Yeah, we do see them here just waiting, doing, and Mookie going for a very aggressive bomb, gets a nice rocket onto the scout and is just taking over their house right now, putting a lot of spam, forcing them into that shit house right now. And the Froyo players, it looks like they've just mirrored each other on mid, seeing what they can do. The pick's going either way.
Martin
and
actually gets picked up by Eric.
Oh my god, Mookie had such a nice bomb, got loads of damage. He takes down Habib, and he's just going to be jumping in. And gets the market Gardner kill onto Bear. Nice one from him there, and that's Lowpander only losing Martin on that mid.
Yeah, very convincing mid there. It was looking a bit sketchy in the beginning when they lost Martin there, but they managed to play together and clean up the rest of the frags. Yeah,
that was a really nice bomb from Mookie there, just getting so much pressure in that choke area, and the rest of his team able to clean up those flank players. So, you know, might have missed all the other action, but that was a very nice play from Mookie.
Definitely.
But yeah, it looks like Froyo back on their last. It's 1-1, 23 minutes to go. This is looking very strong for Lowpander. It looks like they're doing really. A whole breath of fresh air has been pumped into their gameplay. I mean, you know, going from that 5-0, they've just stayed strong and they've not been self-defeated or anything. They're looking very good this map.
Yeah, absolutely. So we see the hold here from Froyo being pretty default hold, I would say. The sentry gun, a heavy. Let's see how Lowpander is planning on breaking this defense. So they do have a small Uber ad here. So let's see what they decide to do with the Uber. They gotta go quick if they want to utilize it. Yeah,
it looks like they're up top right now, seeing what they can maybe do, but I think they want to try and take it in. But this Uber ad is dwindling as we speak, and they just look like, yeah, this is just not going to happen. They're going to have to just spam down. Yeah, the double soldier spam from main, but very good play from Paddy there to just drop down and deny that double soldier spam, keeping that sentry alive. So great heads-up play from him there, just making sure that he can keep that defense as strong as possible, and they definitely need that at this time. And Badlands, so hard to push, and having that sentry gun is just going to make it even harder.
Yeah, you definitely want to try to spam that gun down, but it's so hard if the defending team constantly puts pressure in main when the soldiers try to spam. As we see them once again trying to do the spam here, but Paddy putting so much pressure, and they do not manage to get the gun down here. Yeah,
I mean, we just see Pappy and Mookie constantly peeking this main area, seeing what they can get, but unfortunately not able to really get much, and they just, Froyo, pardon me, are actually just getting such a great amount of spam that they're not able to really take it down, and it's just a constant spam battle of trying to take this sentry down. They just really don't want to deal with the 7th player as they are rotating right now, and going to see the double soldier spam coming from this bottom right area, not quite able to do much, and they do take down the sentry. So finally getting that 7th player out of play and making sure that they can be as free as possible on this left push, and they're doing it again. The scouts both trying to go in this bottom right hand area, but again Get takes out very quickly, and that was a good cleanup.
Garbuglio was ready. He was holding that the bottom left area.
Yeah, I think the reason it worked the last time was Mookie just was able to, I think they got a pick, and then Mookie walked in top right, causing a bit of a distraction, but that time not quite set up as well as they would have hoped.
Yeah. So let's see what Lowpander will do here. As we see, some spawn doors are being held open here.
Yeah, I think they're trying to see what they can maybe get on, and if there's any fancy plays they can go for. I think the moment, Mon checking some off classes, seeing what he can do. But
Hildreth was temporary on the Huntsman sniper, but deciding to go back to the demo class.
Yeah,
Not sure if I agree with that decision. I like the Huntsman play.
I think the Huntsman play could have worked. You know, it does more damage against sentry guns. So, if anything, that would have been the real brain play, if you ask me. To be honest,
absolutely.
They were having struggles taking down the sentry. Just throw some bow and arrow at it. You know, it'll take it down in a second. But yeah, realistically, probably a better idea to be on the demo class as he's spamming his quickies through main, taking down those stickies, and that's a very clear point for them right now. Just trying to set up this play as much as they can. Just so much pressure going into this main right now, and unfortunately not quite able to get any picks, but they are putting a lot of pressure onto Froyo, probably keeping them on their toes. Yeah,
absolutely. They've been sitting here on last for quite a while, and Lowpander are in the driving seat currently.
But yeah, Garbuglio is he's just doing it so well, just spamming that lower left area as both, like, oh my god, so many players from Lowpander down there, but yeah, he's just putting out the damage right now, just making sure that they cannot go for any of those plays. They've dealt with that double scout through lower left once, and they've got their eye on the prize.
Yeah, Lowpander was trying to get that gun spam down, but Garbuglio putting good pressure in return, so they wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, it's like they're trying to do the same play again, but it's unfortunately Swift Garbuglio is just too smart for it. But yeah,
Mookie actually bombs the sentry and gets fragged by it, and frags are going all the way off Froyo here, as we see the remaining players of Lowpander trying to back off here as Froyo are pushing forward very rapidly.
Yeah, we do actually see Banny on the Spire right now, just getting the pressure, seeing if he can. Oh my god, he's just going directly into Pappy, taking him down as well. Really nice play from him there, forcing off that Uber from.
Oh, nice pipes from Hildreth.
Yeah.
Counter forcing that Uber from Froyo, I believe. Yeah.
He bombs in, gets a nice pipe onto that scout there, just making sure he can get cleaned up. But they do actually lose Bear. Just I think it was Mookie just coming in from behind, just making sure he can get that key pick, and Martin escapes with his life, and he's.
Yeah, Hildreth uses some nice pipes as well, so no one could chase. They were all pretty weak on the board of Froyo.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good play from Hildreth there, just keeping his team in the fight, and it looks like they're trying to contest this trash area right now, not content on giving up the Spire as.
Big bomb coming in from Pappy here, and actually managed to stay alive. Put some good pressure there, so Froyo had to fall back. Fun's almost getting the frag there onto Eric, I believe.
Yeah, he was very low down, but yeah, I mean, I've been seeing these plays from Pappy all land long. He's been doing really well with these bombs. I think he's played Roamer in the past, so he knows exactly how to bomb and what positions to land on without taking too much damage, and he's been just, even though he's on pocket right now, he's been just really, really good at keeping up that aggression.
See Mon actually running through here with a solo Uber, and Pappy actually gets taken out as Hildreth also gets flashed, and hits a nice pipe onto Bear. Bear doesn't have the Uber quite yet. You see a big bomb coming in from Habib, and nice surf from Hildreth, but he actually gets taken out here by Garbuglio, who's flanking from the house and takes out Mon as well.
Yeah.
And it's only Fans and Martin being alive right here.
Yeah, it was a really nice play from Garbuglio. Mon was just absolutely crushing them on point as well. He took down Banny, and then he put a lot of pressure onto Habib with just 7 health. But yeah, Garbuglio doing a good job, seeing that there wasn't enough players to watch that house area, and now we see Bear full Uber charge and Froyo looking to push into this last point. They're very aggressive already, just in that lobby area.
Yeah, this time around, Lowpander has time to do a proper setup. So let's see how they can defend this last point here on Pro Lands.
Yeah, it looks like they've got a few off classes on the board. Just going to see what they can try and do. The Froyo players are pushing in this top right area, and Sniper of Mon not quite able to get anything. But yeah, Froyo just holding up top right now. Habib just laying down stickies on this point, crushing them, and Froyo are playing the point so well, but they're not quite able to get it, and they're just going to have to try and back off here. I think Habib wants to commit though. He's coming back in this top left area, seeing what he can do. Yeah, and they're just going to have to try and play this point as much as they can, but the Lowpander doing such a good job. Actually, Habib putting so much damage down. Martin only 6 health. Can he do it? Oh my god, he's so... Oh, yeah, he finally does go down, but yeah, I think the players on Lowpander are going to be able to hold on to this point, but wow, that was a really nice play from Habib.
Yeah, very good from Lowpander also. Like they managed to hold back the aggression from Froyo. Hildreth putting some stickies on the point, and Garbuglio actually deciding to bomb the point and sacrifice himself for those stickies. Not sure if he needed to do that in the 4v4 situation.
No, I mean, I guess you want normally you'd throw a scout on there, shoot a few stickies and try and cap it up, but yeah, I guess the only opportunity for them there was to just sack a soldier onto it and see what they could do.
Oh, so close by Mon. almost hitting Bear there in a very small crack in the lobby.
Yeah, not quite able to do it, unfortunately. But the Uber is actually coming in top left from the Froyo team. We've got some players, Bani trying to play the point here, but we do actually see Garbuglio in the bottom left, yeah, putting some nice damage. Oh my god, hits every rocket onto Hildreth, so really good from him there. Just holding onto this high ground and putting so much pressure. The banner is popped off by Lowpander, but it's just not enough. Only 1 scout alive and 4 Froyo players alive, and that is going that's the second round going the way of Froyo. 2-1, that was such a good last push.
Yeah, they took their time and just pressured Lowpander away there from just getting the picks in their advantage.
Yeah, that was really, really good from Garbuglio, actually. Just waiting in that bottom area, seeing when his team called that they weren't watching that bottom entrance, and he just came in, put lovely rockets onto Hildreth and cleaned up that kill. But we are going on to this 4th mid right now.
Yeah, so we see a very aggressive poppy bomb, and they actually managed to jump backwards as well and keep himself alive. And the health is not great here, even though there's a pick advantage from Froyo. The health is not great, but Lowpander has to back off here, and they managed to keep Martin alive this time around. So let's see if they can actually defend Spire. But the aggression from Froyotech already just walking forward, taking over that Spire. It looks like Lowpander are gonna head back to last and do a proper setup.
Yeah, that's something that Froyo have been doing really well, is just noting when the players are backing up and sort of after that mid. Even though the health from Lowpander was a lot better, they still had their medics, so they could just buff up, walk through that choke point, and then had the numbers advantage, and they just didn't want to do it. But we do see Paddy actually picking up a kill. He's very aggressive in lobby, just seeing what he can do right now. And I think we're just waiting on them doing anything. Mon was up on the sniper, seeing if he could get any picks on last, but Paddy just making sure that he's shutting down that play.
Yeah, so let's see some aggression coming in here from Froyo actually. Ubers are being traded, and nothing really going on here. Some damage being put out on Puppy, waiting for an arrow there in main. So we're seeing a hold there, and Paddy's actually caught out, but he manages to move the stickies and
yeah, that was quite lucky from him there. He shot the stickies towards himself and just hoped that Hildreth wouldn't det it on time, and it seems today was his lucky day. But yeah, actually we do see Pappy very aggressive in that lobby area, trying to see if he can put some spam onto Froyo, but not able to do anything. But lucky for him, he was able to escape with his life. And
Pappy actually running the buff banner here, so he's wanting to farm that damage. I actually see Eric on sniper here as well, almost hitting Pappy there. Probably got to be careful.
Yeah, something to note as well. I think Pappy has the same loadout as Ubers, so he's doing the play. But yeah, we do see Froyo coming in with that Uber top left, doing such a good amount of damage. 2 players and no demo man, no medic for the side of Lowpander, and they're just completely destroying them right now. But it looks like Lowpander are actually doing a good job after this.
So much work. He's only on 4 HP, almost takes out Bear.
Yeah, now it's just Pappy, and he's going to blow off that banner on 22 HP, and the spawner of Hildreth does actually come up, and hopefully it's enough. Just Hildreth on the last point right now, and he's just not being contested so well. Habib putting some nice sticky damage, but unfortunately it's not enough. I mean, he had a medic with him and just didn't decide to contest that. I think if he was fast enough and could have gotten in and hit his stickies and pipes, that could have been a completely different story for Lowpander there. So really lucky for them that Hildreth could stop him from getting in.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Habib was expecting more spawners to come in, but Mookie actually taking out Paddy with a shard shot by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's always a good kill to get, but yeah, actually interesting to note is, I think, if I'm not wrong, yep, the Lowpander players are currently running the double banner setup, so yeah, that's not a bad play, to be honest, on this last point. As I said earlier, Pappy would be good to run those banners, so but I guess having them,
the Uber coming in from Froyo, straight taking down the sentry, and Mon actually hitting a nice headshot there on Garbuglio, so man advantage in favor of Lowpander. Also Uber advantage.
Yeah, not really sure what that Uber was supposed to achieve. As soon as they lost one player, I guess it was the right idea to back out. Low Prolans is hard enough to push out in the best of times, especially if your Uber goes bad and then you just wipe on their last and just lose the Spire. But yeah, it wasn't terribly great. They just pushed in top left, and since they've done that so many times already, they just weren't really able to do it. But we do see a heavy actually out on the side of Froyo, just putting down damage on the Spire, but it's not quite enough. 2 players going down for Froyo right now, make that 3.
Frags are going in favor of Lowpander as they're trying to clean up the players to get the cap time needed. We see that heavy on Stonebridge just dishing out damage. He gets taken out by some nice spam rockets from Pappy and the pistol from Mon and Fons.
Yeah, that was unlucky for them. I mean, normally you walk out of Badlands last, if you saw heavy on Spire, you just not want to contest that. But luckily for Lowpander, they just had the coordination and killed off the other players and just dealt with the heavy last.
See Froyo, it looks like they want to try to get a pick here. They were pretty aggressive in the choke area.
Yeah, I think, oh my god, the Scourger and Scout Banny just getting very aggressive in house takedown Mookie, and Pappy is in the middle of blowing his horn, and it looks like they're going into the lobby right now. Get that force off onto Bear, and he gets out actually barely, I mean, 70 health, but that Uber has been forced, so really great play from that banner, and we're just going to be waiting now. Both the scouts actually on the Spire area for Froyotech, so just going to have to be a bit careful about that. Watching, they do take down Arek, so that's good from them there.
And
but
Martin actually gets taken out there as well from Banny. Banny getting 2 frags with Hildreth as well. But the frags are still going the way of Lowpander here, as Bear also has been taken out. But Froyo actually manages to cap the point here. And a nice bomb coming in from Mookie, but missing the follow-up rocket. But with the help of Fons, cleans up Garbuglio. And we're going to see the cap happening here. Yeah,
Mon is just sitting on that Spire, putting that spam damage onto Habib, making sure he doesn't contest him at all. But it looks like Lowpander are just going to have to give up this point. The position from Froyotech is just so good right now. But I think Hildreth looks like he's peeking this main area, seeing what he can get done. But I think maybe he's a little bit too eager on that one. I think they should just back it up to last, if I'm honest. Yeah, it looks like what they're doing right now. But yeah, the position for Froyotech was really good at the after fight, even though it wasn't really looking like it was going in their favour. I think the respawns just came in strong for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So we see some default holds being done here by Lowpander, building a sentry. So we see with the Froyo side here.
Yeah.
Froyo are spy checking right here. Eric pistoling around in the trash area.
Yeah, I think they are pretty wary about it, but I think where is Arik? He's running off somewhere. I think he's off on some shenanigans. Oh, he's just going to get some ammo. Never mind. Thought it was something interesting going to go in there, but we do actually see Hildreth on the double donks. Not really seen too much of it throughout this land, but it is really good at denying this top right area. If Froyo decide to push in that top right entrance, then they could just get completely denied by these double donks.
Mookie actually gets denied. He decloaked right behind Bear, but they turn around. They must have heard him. As we see them walking forward now, and actually Garbuglio bombing up the lower left area, and Banny just rushes in, gets Pappy and Mon. So the frag's going in the advantage for Froyo here, as Hildreth are looking to spam those double donks. Not managing to do too much, as we see Banny edging the point, but nice tickets from Hildreth to take him out, and both Ubers have been popped here. And it looks like Froyo's Uber gonna last a little bit longer.
Yeah, Paddy doing a really great job of just following around those players, getting some really nice rockets and just cleaning up the players. Martin and the Scout go down, and now it's just a Scout and a Soldier, and that is it. Froyo picking up their 3rd round in this game. That was a really, really good push. They just had such a slight better Uber, but Paddy and the Scout were just on point, just walking right into them, following up the stairs and just making sure they got that clean up towards the end of the fight.
Yeah, Froyo were a bit more coordinated in that fight, which actually ended up giving them a round.
Yeah, no, yeah, who would have thought? Coordination is good for you. But yeah, we do see them going for a bit of a different mid already here. The Lowpander players actually coming up, but we do see Garbuglio and Arik playing around that choke area, just seeing what they can do. Arik rushing through Shithouse, gets a nice damage onto Hildreth and is actually going to take him down, so good job from him there. Just making sure that there's no demo threat, and Paddy, and such nice rockets, just taking down the medic, taking down a soldier, and then falling himself. But that was such a good mid from Froyo. They just sent their flank through that choke area, and once they had the opportunity, just got the drop onto Hildreth, and it was all over from there.
Yeah, very convincing mid from Froyotech here. We see in the beginning of this map, Lowpander was able to get that first round and get the momentum going. Yeah. But right now the momentum has shifted, and it's Froyotech being on the driving seat. Yeah, they're doing a really good job of just making sure they keep up the pressure. I mean, as we've been saying before, they've just been really, really good at making sure Lowpander are not in their comfort zone whatsoever. We've seen them traditionally in the past being quite a slow team and taking everything very methodically, but Froyotech just giving them no chances to think and just pushing in right now. And it looks like Banny is very aggressive, and he wants to go in this top left area, and he has. The Uber has been forced off. They're just pushing that heavy and demo back into that spawn, but I think they actually don't realise that Mookie's in the pipe right now, just putting spam rockets onto those
soldiers, and they just...
Papi doing so much damage on Garbuglia here, almost getting some help from Monday to clean him up. And it's going left, right, and center here as the frags are rolling in the favor of Lowpander. And the Mookie actually get taken out on the point there. There's a 4 versus 3 going on here, as it looks like there's something behind the point. Eric is hiding there behind the point, and he gets spotted and cleaned up there by Mon.
Oh, that was quite funny. He was just sitting there crouched like he was playing a pub in like a corner or something like that, seeing if he could maybe go unnoticed. But yeah, Hildreth does the right thing, turns around and spots him. So that was, it was like a deer in the headlights.
To block the Spire here, and actually manages to force Martin's Uber. So not a great Uber there coming in from Lowpander.
No, but yeah, it looks like Papi actually trying to bust through right now, and he's not quite able to do that. He's taking a lot of spam.
Mookie was so close at Market Gardening Bear there, but actually managed to rocket him afterwards. So a great pick there from Mookie, as Fans gets 2 frags of his own and Mon as well. So a 3-2 situation here for Lowpander.
Yeah, it was a really good play from them there. They just coordinate that aggression, and Bear was so close to getting Uber, so a really great heads-up play, and just shows everyone on this server right now is just so smart. They could just know that was the perfect time to push, and they just got Bear down before he could even have a chance of getting that. So really, really good aggression from Lowpander. They did lose Martin in that push, but I think either way it's going to be in their favour. They're holding on to this mid, and it sort of puts them in the driver's seat. And with only 4 minutes to go, 3-1, they need to make something happen. They need to just try and go for it if they can.
As it looks like they're attempting to put some pressure here on the flank area, not getting a frag though, unfortunately. Spam being exchanged there in choke.
Looks like they want to actually try and push this flank area right now. They're getting really aggressive on it. Hildreth and Mookie doesn't look like they've seemed to have backed up a little bit, but Mookie putting a lot of damage onto that Haunter area, but unfortunately the rest of his team not quite committed to pushing through that choke area, or of that flank area, sorry. But yeah, it's looking okay for Lowpander. They do have that Uber up just now, so it's going to be seeing who can get the pick and if they can try and push off of this.
Yeah, let's see what Lowpander decides to do here. They need to get that momentum to get 2 rounds here on the board to equalize the scoreline, as they are running in here with both Fans and Mon.
Yeah, they get a lot of damage up to
the Ubers.
Yeah, but the Uber is forced off of Froyotech, and Martin getting caught out, just going a little bit too aggressive with his scouts, and now it's up to Froyo to keep their medic alive while the Lowpander player is actually fighting on here. Garbuglia going down to very low HP, but he's going to be able to turn around and clean up Papi actually, so really good play, but we do see Mon behind and not quite able to get anything off of that. He does actually take 1 player down, but unfortunately not able to get anything more, and now it's just Martin alive on the side of Lowpander.
Yeah, frags going all the way for Froyo. So let's see what Lowpander will do here with only 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. What do you do here if you're Lowpander? How do you get the momentum shift?
You just gotta go. I mean, it's like it's kind of like in a public valve server when you're playing payload, and it's like 2 minutes or 20 seconds left on the clock. You just all push in, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's exactly what they're doing right now.
And he actually got taken out there by Garbuglia.
Oh no, but the back cap, it comes out, and Arik cleaning up that, and it's 4-1 going the way of Froyotech, and that's exactly what they didn't want to see there. They were just... They looked so committed to that last push or pushing out of last, but again, it's Pro Lands. I mean, even though it's not the old Badlands where there's quite as many hiding spots, they just still, if you're not able to check all those entrances and all those hiding spots, it's just not going to come up in your favor.
Yeah, with 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining, this is pretty much garbage time, as it's called.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean,
try to fix those logs.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is it is pretty much just log time, but we'll still keep going on. We do see Arik taking up a nice frag. I mean, Papi going very aggressive actually. It seems like all the red players on that train, but he's just not able to do it. Banny doing a really good job cleaning him up there and just Wing forward, making sure he gets so much pressure onto these players at choke. And Mr. Epic and Hildreth have to really make something happen here, but yeah, not looking too good. They're just going to have to back out and cut their losses really. And with Hildreth and Mon in this front area, if Froyo want to go, they should just go now if they want.
Yeah, absolutely. With 1 minute left on the clock, they have the opportunity to make this a little bit bigger of a win. Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's sort of like a momentum thing. You want to, I guess at this point, if Lowpander can't win, they just want to try and get themselves psyched up for the next game. They don't really want to keep that momentum for Froyo. If they just keep on rolling them, they could maybe try and follow that on to the next game with the sort of spirit. And I mean, you might think that it doesn't matter too much, but if your team really believes in yourself, or if you get completely demotivated from the last map, then it can shatter your possibilities in even the next maps to come. I mean, I've witnessed myself before where you play one map and you should have, like, you barely lose, and then the next game you just get completely rolled because you just not really got your head in the game. But they just need to keep believing in themselves and hope for the best.
They need to clear their heads and just try harder on the next map and try to bring up maybe some funky Lowpander strats.
Yeah, I think maybe some more meme spins, but in the last few seconds here, will Lowpander be able to hold on? Yes, they do. So keeping that score at 4-1. But yeah, that was a good showing from Lowpander. But yeah, Froyo just after the start, first 5 minutes or so, just looked dominant throughout that map. They were just so good at keeping up that aggression and putting the pressure on Lowpander.
Yeah, they're very strong at just keep applying that pressure and doing momentum swing as well, being 1-0 down and turning it around to a 4-1.
Yeah, so that was, yeah, I mean, you just see, like, the first few minutes there, we thought Lowpander were maybe going to go up a little bit more than that. Like, it looked like it could possibly be 2-1 there for a minute or so, but yeah, that mid, they just weren't quite able to do it, and there was quite a lot of opportunities for them to do it, and just unfortunately not able to make it work.
It looked so promising after the first middle there and the first round. So let's have a look at the logs, shall we?
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see what numbers we can pull out and chat complete rubbish about. But yeah, let's see. Can we sort it by damage? I always, as a soldier main, I like to just go for the damage. And oh my God, Garbuglio absolutely crushing them. Yeah,
look at his stats from Habib: 22 kills and 4 deaths.
Oh my God, yeah, that's.
He's just so
crazy.
good at staying alive and dishing out that damage. And
yeah, you were saying last map that he's getting so much space from his team, and again, I guess from the logs you can sort of see that's kind of the case. Where, I mean, you'd think maybe sometimes Demo only dying 4 times, maybe he's just baiting his team for the logs, but no, there's no way. He was very aggressive and just making sure that he can put out that damage, and it looks like it's working out for him.
Yeah, if you look at all the players, it's just in favor for Froyo on the damage and kills on almost every single spot.
Yeah,
so let's have a look at the kills.
Yeah, Habib up at the top there.
Yeah, and Bani on the second place, tied with Mon. So Mon doing a pretty good performance there, but not enough to win against Froyo. You need all six players to be alive in order to beat the mighty Froyo. Yeah,
no, I mean, normally you'd see, I don't know if, it's not like something that happens a lot. I mean, normally you see Funds, I think the Uber scout that plays for them, I think it's a bit of a weird situation, what I've heard. I don't know if it's completely true, but I think they have Mon play Pocket Scout, and then the Ubers generally go to Funds, or something like that. But yeah, I mean, Mr. Epic just absolutely crushing, but unfortunately not able to pull out the bag for his team. But yeah, I think, don't know, let's see what else can you see in there. Lots of death from Mookie, but yeah, you kind of expect
it's to be expected in a game like this. It's usually the roamer who sacks in, so it's to be expected. It was Lowpander trying to take it forward. So
yeah, I mean, in a situation like this, there's lots of opportunities for them. Like you saw a few stalemates on last and second, where maybe Mookie could get in and go for some plays. But yeah, I think it's always expected that the roamer is going to be the one at the top deaths. But yeah, I mean, it's not like he wasn't getting stuff done. We saw on one of those mids, he just absolutely destroyed them completely in that choke, but unfortunately not quite able to pull it out the full game. But that's to be expected. You're not going to get every single play that you're going to go for to work, but at least he was being the playmaker.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the second map of the Grand Finals. ProLands, I think we're going next on to Sunshine, so how are you feeling about that? That's up next is Froyo's pick. We saw them win 5-0.
Very strong map for Froyo, and I believe that Froyo and Lowpander played it previously. I might be mistaken though. I know we played it on Sunshine, and they were very good.
So are you
putting
expecting
a lot
them
of pressure on mid,
yeah.
Being very aggressive and very coordinated with their aggression.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, I think I've said this before, but I'll just repeat myself. But yeah, it's a map that it's been played in America a lot more than EU. Like, I think Sunshine was in the European map pool like around season 22, that sort of time. Yeah. And it's been brought that back this season, so it's not like Lowpander won't have any practice on it. But I mean, over time, you're just going to get better and better at it. And I think Froyo will probably have a bit more practice than most on it. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. But yeah, I think also, yeah, you were saying you can get very aggressive and put a lot of pressure on the enemy team, and since it's such a big open mid, and there's that spire in the middle of the church area, if you can get a soldier up there and just rain rockets down on the enemy team, it's just so hard to deal with, and there's so many places that you can put your soldiers.
Especially if you have one of your soldiers bombing behind to make that distraction, and then you have one soldier up on that clock tower.
Yeah.
It can do so much damage.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many times where you roll out through choke, and then a soldier just jumps through cafe into your valley, and then he's got a pack there for him to back off if he needs to, and he's just in such a good position to deny you, because normally people play around the choke area at the start of the mid, and if you're just putting consistent rockets into like 3 or 4 players, then it's just so hard to get work done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so we have production in our ear. We're gonna cut it over to Turbo, actually. He's gonna be doing some funny stuff over here. I'm not exactly sure what he will be doing. I assume he's gonna be drawing the competition for the memes.
Ooh, we all like memes, so let's hope they're good. Right, adios, we'll see you maybe in the next map.
The microphone is not even on again. Every time, guys, we do this. Anyway, welcome to our part of the giveaway where we decide who gets the lucky Rig 500E from Plantronics. So we won't waste any time. We'll get straight into it. First, we're going to do the raffle portion. So I'm going to do Facebook first, and then we'll follow up with the raffle portion of Twitter, and then we'll go through the top 5 that me and News have rigorously gone through and evaluated and decided who earned the last headset. All right, so I've got the Facebook hat, the Ash Ketchum hat. I've got Look Away and Mixer Bar. Okay, this is your meme right here. It is number 13, Mackie Etchwold. Edgewold. Mackie Etchwold, number 13. Congratulations, you've won yourself a headset. Easiest headset of your life. Twitter now. Right, Twitter. Oh wow, this one's actually printed on here. That's the the boneless pizza style meme. Number 19. Number 19. If you can see it, it's a little tiny thing there. Yeah. Wow, that was easy. That was quick. Onto the art appreciation. This is my favorite part of the giveaway. Onto the stream. Any second now. He's trying. We're trying to get it on there. It's very. We're way too quick. I'm way too quick. I have this problem. But yeah, I'm guess you're kind of wondering where is News during all this, but sadly News had to go away for around like 9 o'clock, and it's around 8 o'clock now, so it was kind of a bit too demanding to kind of have him not pack or anything like that. Okay, we're straight onto the memes. They're on the screen now. Okay, oh, we're back to me, back to the meme. Technical issues. Okay, so yeah, News had to go around 9 o'clock. He couldn't make it, sadly, but we both have been sat down by the PR team, and we've been gone through every single drawing, art, meme, whatever you want to call them. So we did all agree on like a top 3, top 5 between me and News, and I think it might even mark it on the stream as well. But we've got some honorable mentions that we've thrown in there. On top of that, so look, that's going to be fun. I know you guys have been working like rigorously at some of these. I know got a lot of tender love and care I've been putting into some of these. I actually got one of them in my my little. Actually, I can't really show it. I suppose that might reveal the winner. So, but I've got me and News actually did get like a copy of our personal favorites. So. But yeah, I am very, very curious to see what News picked, because I wasn't too sure what News actually picked, to be honest. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's the, I believe that's the one that won the Twitter one. Yes, so just confirming that is Milo at Mand09. You have won a headset. I mean, it's fine art, but you've won a headset just from the random prize draw, so I guess we don't really have to go through the appreciation too much for yours. I mean, I like the fact that News has got 3 arms. dab is spelled. Again, it's just it leaves you speechless. I like the bees as well. All right, so that was our Twitter giveaway raffle part. Now we're gonna go for the Facebook one. This is the one that won the raffle. So Facebook on screen. Oh, wow! So I've never seen this one. This is wow. That's a lot of effort that was put into that. So I guess we have to explain what's going on. So New's brain got so big that it broke it past his skull. He's got the skull of Banny in his hands. So it looks like he's controlled the universe, and I am part of that universe, or like a good 5 universes. Either way, it's just the big News brain is just too powerful for 5 turbos, it seems. But yeah, well done, Mackie, for actually winning the raffle. So you're going to get yourself a nice Rig 500E from Plantronics. And I've unboxed one of these videos as well. They're pretty nice. It's got all sorts of nice little goodies and just like clever little mechanics to the headset that you'll appreciate. Anyway, I think we should be going on to the top 5 part of the the art appreciation, the meme appreciation. So while we're waiting for that to go onto the screen, I guess we could talk a bit more about the Plantronics headset, because it is a really nice headset. I can actually start reading the box from here to really feel time production if you want. So, oh, we're straight in. Okay. Now, I'm not too sure where this falls on a News's scale, but this was like an honorable mention from me when I picked it out. I really like the concept of just having me and News like in TF2. It was just seemed like a very novel idea to me, and I could see like the love and care that was put into this picture. So, but sadly there was some other kind of maybe funnier ones, or like just other one. Oh, go straight it on. Like here's an example of one that made me giggle. Like I just like how clever they've just taken the poses that me and News has and just makes it work. And you know, I do love a good bit of like Star Wars as well. So you've got Kato in there, kind of sneaking in. And yeah, I really like the fact that they just found a use for News to kind of use his little pose there. That was from, oh. Now, another honorable mention of mine, and I've got a reason why this is an honorable mention, but this one really made me laugh. I like this meme. So, Dad, why is my sister named Rose? Because your mother loves roses. Thanks, Dad. No problem, CP Gullywash Final One. I guess, beautiful reading, I know. Mwah. So, this was from our sound guy, Adam, Arch Rhythm, I should say. And, but sadly, we can't give the headset away to one of our staff. That's just not fair. So I had to throw this in as an honorable mention. So on to the next one. This is my personal 3rd place one. I just, you know, 5th place. This is the 5th place one. You know, so this was the 5th place overall? Yes, 5th place overall. So this is, I think this made it into my 3rd place, but maybe ranked maybe a bit lower for News. Oh, we're going straight into another one. There's no time to appreciate. Okay, no, we're going back to it. Yeah. I just, I like the woke memes right now, so it held close to my heart. And you know, it's by dank_TF, so you know it's, it's quality stuff. Number 4, please. Number 4. Ah, yes. TF2 action. I appreciate it when we kind of embezzle ourselves into TF2, and I like the fact that this I want to avoid meme because it's art really, but this piece of art was not done before in a way. There was a meme a while back where I was caught on camera from running away from I-61, and then a bunch of people did a load of those sort of running away memes, and we did get a few of them that was kind of like copycats or just downright like, you know, just common ideas, and I didn't really want to count them in. It's kind of rehashing, so I picked I think we came to the conclusion that this one was pretty good just because it was a fresh idea from those old little memes. Anyway, number 3, please. Now, this one comes from John Irwin. I believe that's aggro to me and you from Critscast, and believe it or not, on the actual drive here, we were talking about like the dangers of bears because we're in bear country. Let's for all you boys and girls at home that don't know whereabouts we are in Sweden. And yeah, this is a very real possibility. Could be a documentary, like foreshadowing almost. But yeah, that got our third place. So on to number 2. Wow. Well, of course, War has to make it in his way because he is a walking meme. So this was done by Jessup Michael at Twitter. So I think that's actually Coyote as well. So I know he's a big fan of War, so he had to throw War in there, chasing me away. And I do look terrified. I mean, the cropping maybe could be a little bit better, but you know, if you look at my flipper foot. But you know, it's the meme is about the comedy effect, I suppose, not really the time and effort put cropping into it. And our number 1, drum roll, please. Number 1. All right, we all saw it coming. You and I saw it coming. News saw it coming. I actually have it personally here in my wallet as well because it's such a good one. Look how much love and effort was put into this, and I do love the news meme just a little bit more, just by the fact that, you know, I've seen so many running memes at this point now that maybe I'm getting a bit jaded. But when I saw the news memes come in, like there was all sorts of clever little ideas and just freshness to it. And this one instantly jumped out to me in news. And yeah, so Doomsday, you've won yourself a Rig 500E Plantronics headset. So congratulations to you, and honestly, you've earned it, buddy. That is a wonderful. That is art. That is art. All right. So I guess we could take it down the screen now, and yeah, that's it. We've done the raffle. We've done the giveaway. We've done the top 5. Thank you all for participating in our little competition. It's really put a smile to all of our faces here in the production team as well as the PR team. So thanks for, at the very least, everybody entertaining us. And thank you for entering in. And most of all, thank you to Plantronics for letting us do this giveaway with one of their headsets. It's a real pleasure been working with them. And maybe a quick final shout out to Esports United as well, that not only helping us with the organization and the production team and whatnot, but helping us run this competition in a sense as well. So I've been TurboTabs, and this has been the competition portion of our stream. But don't go anywhere. We've still got to finish a grand final, and that is Froyotech and Lowpander for all those people that weren't paying attention. So we'll be right back after a small little break. Right, welcome back to Essentials.tf. This is our grand final still. This is Esports United Community Rumble grand final. I will keep talking like this. Hiipfire, welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I spent the last 2 maps just watching, like basically behind the players, and now I get to actually, I get to watch the STVs and stuff, and I get to just, sit back, cast, say some words.
Get to play God, press buttons, do whatever you hype up individuals at home that are tuning in. This is match point for Froyotech, and it's looking pretty grim for Lowpander. It's reminiscent of a certain upper bracket final.
I watched that game.
Yeah, that was a rough game. I mean, to be fair to them, they have been improving here and there over on Lowpander. I could see like a lot more resistance and a lot more just better play from them overall, from little glimpses I've seen here and there. But I'm just a little bit worried that it's just not enough at this point. They're on the 3rd map, and they could just get it done in the clean sweep. And how demoralizing is it that you're at this point in the game where even with your map picks aren't going to help you like from before. I know that they definitely get to at least play one of their map picks. So, I mean, what does a team feel like at this point, Hiipfire, when you just kind of, it seems so hopeless, you're on the 3rd map final point and you haven't even scratched the enemy team?
I don't know. That sounds really depressing how you just put it.
I know, it was kind of maybe a bit far, but this is how,
I don't think it's that as depressing as you put it, but I know that Pappy's extremely confident going into this map. He's calling it. I've heard him refer to as his playground. So we'll see if he shows up. And I don't know. I mean, it's a new map. Chances again. I mean, like for Badlands, it seems like they did a pretty decent job of keeping it close, but then they just didn't have enough time to just run the rounds back. So if they just I don't know, like if they just have a decent start or just recover, if they don't take too long to get it all together, I mean, they could be seeing a win. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I only make it sound so grim because I've been talking to Lowpander over the weekend, and they talk just like that. I don't think they've got.
They're really depressing people to talk to.
I don't think that. Wow. Well.
Okay, that's maybe also a little bit rude, but like I know for a fact that they sometimes they even call themselves pretty depressed sometimes.
I think they're just very modest in their gameplay.
True. They're very modest. That's definitely true.
And they're quite an emotional team. I feel like, at least coming into this LAN, and they need that little boost of confidence to themselves to kind of make it. When things are going good, I can tell like they're shouting out nice, they're feeling it. You can feel the calls are getting a bit quicker, a bit faster. Everyone's going just a bit more confident in their play and like feel like they can do it. But when you've lost the first 2 maps straight off the bat, just like the upper bracket final, you can't help but think that a team like Lowpander might have already buried themselves into a loss.
It could be a little bit, but I think on the other hand, Lowpander is also a team that, as you said, picks up the momentum really quickly. Like they can get excited really quickly. Like I mean, even on Badlands, like when they won that mid and then rolled it into last and got that round, like they just got really excited like immediately. And yeah, I don't know, they started being like really competitive. So I don't know, I guess it just kind of depends how if they can, get that confidence back up, and well, I don't know, we'll see.
Maybe if we look at it from a different angle, do you think like the map at all is going to play into it? Like, I know you talked about this is Pappy's playground. He loves some sunshine. He's one of probably the few players in Prem that like sunshine. But I mean, what is it about this map that makes it so likable for young Pappy?
I'm not really sure. I mean, it's kind of interesting to hear him say that it's his playground, as this is the new EU map. But I do know that Pappy is a pretty keen Pug player, so that might be why he's a bit confident on it. But I don't know. I mean, sometimes you just have that one map that you've played like a lot, and you just have a lot of confidence on it, and I guess this might be his map, but it seems like we're just going to be going straight into the map. We have readied up, and we're going to be going into the first mid here. And I'm gonna go on to the big Mook cam because I see an off class going.
All right. Well, we're going into the thick things. This is match point for Froyotech. They need to win this map to take the whole series, and they need, over on the side of Lowpander, need to make the longest stretch of their lives. It needs to start here. And the first thing that has happened on the mid is Habib has just picked up a pipe kill, and they're currently just kind of trying to wrap it all the way
two
around.
backstabs, and he misses the revolver shot, and he goes down, and it's now just 2 Lowpander players back, and that's going to be a wipe for Lowpander.
I mean, that was a bold opener, Hiipfire. I won't deny it at all, but I can't help but feel that one of my greatest critiques of Lowpander is when they go into these mids with some of these very dangerous sort of one-trick pony mid strats. It kind of makes it so if they end up losing these rounds rather quickly, they kind of dig themselves into a hole, and when they just start playing normally, they might manage to dig a few rounds back, but they've already committed themselves with some of these kind of random little mids. But anyway, they have Ubered in over the side of Froyotech. They've taken out the sentry gun, and they're currently just looking to hold the line back and see if any of their enemies will majorly aggress into the Garbuglio. Kind of gives the flank around, and that is the moment for them to go. And again, the first round on the board. That spy play. It was. It's been punished.
Yeah, Froyotech has been doing a pretty decent job of spotting the spy plays. They've kind of locked into, over their comms I could hear that they've locked into knowing that Mookie is the soldier that plays on the original. So they just are like, all right, we only see the one with stock, so it's like, okay, Mookie is on spy or on some weird off class, and I'm going to assume that they probably saw that coming. That's why they won that last mid.
Yep. So as they enter a new mid, it seems both teams are just taking the time right now. Nobody wants to be the first one to go aggressive. It looks like Paddy dips his toe into the water, but he's been launched into the sky, and he will be cleaned up. And there we go. They're actually starting to roll out some kills, but a wreck is kind of wrecking some players here. He's still alive for the moment now. We'll quickly clean up a health pack and maybe try and circle back round. He is kind of caught behind right now, and he has to make plays just by default of being in the enemy's base.
It was a bit scary for Lowpander at the end of that mid. Both Eric and Garbuglio were behind, and they just kind of jumped in at the same time. They got like 1 or 2 frags, but luckily Lowpander managed to recover and just get those frags out, or trade those frags out very quickly, and they just barely kept it alive. And well, they've won the mid, and this is definitely like what Lowpander needs. Like, they just need a small win, and then they can just kind of try to grind it out. But they need to watch out for the Froyo aggression through flowers right now. But they're taking so much spam right now. They lose Garbuglio, but Eric actually finds the frag onto Martin as well and gets Hildreth as well. And this is going to mean that the hold on mid is going to completely crumble for Lowpander. Mookie does find Paddy, and all the soldiers are still in. There's a lot of chaos, but Paddy's flying through the end. He's going to go down. He's going to crater. Mookie is, well, he's behind, but he's been spotted by the 2 scouts from Froyotech. He's going to get chased. He's going to go for the meme spoon, but he's going to get meleeed himself.
Just as equally memed back. So they are claiming their midpoint right now, and they don't really want to start fishing too hard for some extended picks. They just want to kind of reset things right now, keep it a little bit calm. Garbuglio is kind of poking around, seeing where they are over on the second point, but keep in mind they've got that 100% Uber advantage at fire, so they don't want to hold on to this point for long. Yeah,
there's not really much they can do right now. Froyotech is literally just asserting their dominance over this point. They're literally just walking over, and Lowpander can't really do anything. They don't really have much presence on the second point. They're just going to be backing out. They're building the Uber up right now, but the Uber is already coming in from the left side from Froyotech, making sure that they want to get that medic frag so that Lowpander can't really get the Uber. They might be able to just get onto the point before the Uber's even up. They get 1 frag early onto Hildreth. Paddy just jumping around finds a 2nd frag as well. And now it's just going to be players on the point. Everybody's scrambling to get onto the point, and it's just Mookie and Martin, and they get onto the point. They're just too weak. And it'll be 2-0 for Froyotech.
Yeah, very calm, very controlled from Froyotech so far. 2-0 in the span of less than 5 minutes at fire. It's looking very grim, but 25 minutes is a very long time to make a comeback, so I don't doubt in my mind that any team that could do a comeback is a team like Lowpander. We've seen in previous online cups that they can do these kind of amazing comebacks. So they start off this mid over with Froyo, with Garbuglio kind of looking at the enemy cafe, but decides against it, backs off for now, and they want to kind of take the shed side over on Lowpander, but he kind of invites the bombs in from Paddy and from Garbuglio, and they get punished for it as well. They're so low on HP. Paddy is on like a fraction of health, but they did take out Bear during that mid. So with him down, they can maybe not translate this into a round.
Mar's getting chased so hard by these scouts. He's going to go down on that last point. So this will eventually be a slight Uber advantage for Froyotech. Yeah, that Lowpander mid kind of relied on Mon, Mr. Epic, to get some frags and choke, and he got some decent sidelines, but he just never really got any frags with it. So unfortunately, Lowpander's kind of slightly passive approach didn't really work out. They just kind of got jumped on, and then they lost the fights, and it kind of crumbled. But now it's only like 15% advantage for Froyotech. So if Lowpander build this, they should be able to meet the Froyotech Uber with their own.
Yeah. I mean, I somehow doubt they're going to go straight off the make a dot push out of this. Probably shows a little bit of respect to Lowpander, and so right now it's up to Lowpander and see what sort of last defense they can really make up. They've opted to go for the engineer and the heavy weapons guy to really soak up that Uber, and I imagine they're going to just
Garbuglio peeks the right side, gets headshot by Mon immediately. So that's going to pretty much take out the idea of pushing in, trying to just make it a little bit of an Uber trade, because, I mean, Froyo definitely has the confidence built up to do so, but, I mean, you're down a player. That's not really an engagement you want to go with just yet. It's kind of interesting that they have, like, 3 off classes, because they essentially now have no scouts, and it's going to make it slightly awkward. They actually have Mon.
I think he might be just
spy tech. Yeah, he's just spy teching. He was on sniper before, so he'll probably just check, and then he's going to go sniper again. There he is, on that Machina.
So nothing of note, nothing of surprise currently, but if you're on the side of Froyotech, you'll like this sort of position. You don't mind if the game slows down, because you've got a cushy 2-round point ahead of Lowpander at this point, and you could just win by slowly ticking out that time, and it's going to be a pretty smooth 20 minutes if that's the case. But Lowpander, they have to kind of get proactive here. They can't just be content with just staying on their last point. At some point in this game, they're going to have to make
Garbuglio's in. He's trying to get some rockets in, but the sentry just completely takes him out. He gets like 1 rocket onto Martin, but he survives. Garbuglio falls, and Froyotech has to hold a little bit more passively. And now I'm going to presume Lowpander's going to just try to make some space for Mr. Epic to maybe get a good angle in, but he's just sitting kind of back.
Yeah, so this is just part of the course at this point. They, throw in Garbuglio just to kind of make something happen, but it just seems like nothing really comes from it, and it spawns all the way back. They kind of do spam out the sentry gun, however, so with that down, they can maybe actually, he tries to cheekily get another sentry gun up, but Mookie's sentry gun will be destroyed for what seems like the 3rd time now, and Ubers haven't been exchanged, and I think the majority of these fights aren't going to actually use the Ubers now that the Froyo just slowly walking it in, but I'm not too sure about that strategy up against a heavy weapons guy, Hiipfire. It just seems way too powerful of a class to kind of go for playing it slow.
Yeah, I mean, the entire game plan for just trading Ubers is just you get the Uber, you then you force the 2 Ubers, and then the Uber fades, and then you just out DM the enemy team. But yeah, with a heavy that just molters your entire team, there's not much you can do. So it's going to kind of give Lowpander an opportunity to get out a second, get out of that last point, really. That's the big issue always for Sunshine matches. But right now, Mookie in a little bit of a fight on the flank. Both players kind of weak. Mookie's getting aggressed by Eric. He's going to go down. And Froyotech might know that the Lowpander doesn't have Uber just yet. So they're going to be possibly aggressing a little bit. They seem to just be looking around, see a weak point. They're coming through Cafe right now. They're trying to aggress onto the medic right now, but it's not really anyone that can get in. The scouts are just walking in. They actually find the frag onto Pappy. Martin not really wanting to commit his Uber just for 1 soldier, but Martin's just kind of stuck on the grass, so he's going to get forced, and Lowpander just kind of get out, and their fun's going down, and Pappy's down already. Garbuglio actually aggressing very far on the right side is going to go down. They have now committed their Uber to last Froyotech. They get the frag on the left. There's still a soldier in behind, but they need to find the frags on the people straight in front of them, and they're kind of just flying around, not really getting frags just yet. Mookie and Pappy will now go down on the point. Martin on the point as well. He goes down, and it will be a cap for Froyotech.
There's some very nice focus fire coming out from Froyo there, and just from all the way from second all the way to last, they just slowly pushed it in step by step, and it was really wonderful and nice to see just how like expertly they can kind of sync together and play off of each other's damage.
Yeah, well, Lowpander's going to go for another mid with the Mon sniper, so we're going to see if he can maybe get some frags this time, but we'll see. First, we're going to just see some players jumping about. We see Garbugli going in aggressive, gets a lot of damage off. Actually, takes a lot of damage, but Eric is going to find the frag onto Hildreth. Mookie going down as well. And now, I mean, Lowpander with that sniper doesn't really have much offensive capabilities to keep hold of this mid fight. Eric actually going in is going to go down, but Garbugli is going to get a little bit of a cleanup frag. Pappy going down as well, and now Lowpander is going to have to go back to their last point. They do not have enough players to hold it, and they're just going to be building a last.
God, they're relentless here, Hiipfire. They really love chasers on this team. They just don't want anybody to survive. They want wipes or they want nothing. So they will eventually cap mid, cap second, and they've got an Uber charge ready, but so does Lowpander, by proxy of Martin just keeping alive there. They will throw in Garbuglio, and I'm kind of interested to see what sort of off-class they go here, or if they go any off-class at all, because sometimes they have been actually opting to not go with any off-class. So they've made their decision, and they're going to see if they can just edge their way in on some of these doorways at the moment now.
Oh, but we have Eric. He's on spy. He's on the right side, but I think that's going to take a while for anything to really happen from that, as Mookie is actually going to be spy checking that, so Lowpander will be aware of that play going on. So we'll see exactly how that will progress, but I mean, right now it's just, everybody's just trying to find their own openings, and there's not much that Froyotech can really do at this point. I mean, Eric is showing it us as well. There's a frag from Mookie actually he actually did go out of spawn on spy, gets the frag on the roamer. We still have a spinning spy, so we're not gonna. Let's not look at that. Lowpander's trying to make their way into lobby, but they just can't really find any space to get in. And Froyotech is doing a good job of just locking them into this last point. And as you said before, I mean, if you lock them in like this, I mean, if the 17 minutes lapse, then it's donezo.
Yeah, they've got just like another win scenario, win condition under their belt, so it must be comforting just to know that they've got many options for Froyotech, even if Lowpander managed to claw some rounds back. So they do have them on the chokehold at the moment, and right now you've got to be feeling the squeeze if you're on Lowpander. 3 rounds feels like such a huge amount of rounds to kind of claw back, and even with 16 minutes left on the clock. So I can't help but just put my heart out to Lowpander. It seems like the slowest and just most painful way to maybe lose this game, but I mean, there's still hope. 16 minutes can still be converted into rounds, but I just worry how expertly and well and safe Froyo's decision making is going to make that.
Well, they're going to go for an Uber trade on the right side here. Their Uber's slightly worse than the Lowpander Uber, and no frags actually have been gotten from either team just yet. Funds finds the first frag onto the Patty on Banny, and Garbugli falling soon. And then Mookie, the only frag on the side of Lowpander for Froyotech, so it's going to be 3 players. Yeah, wow. Eric, he's...
the fancy footwork. He actually throws the BM spy crab as well, see? He can do it just as well as Mookie can, so he will live to tell another tale. But in the meantime, they did cap second whilst he was busy busting a move. And Froyotech, they want to come in for the reinitiation, and they've cut off a few players in some random parts of the map, but it's actually getting the upper hand for them. The little skirmishes, the little fights are actually going Lowpander's way, and it seems that once things get a bit chaotic, Hiipfire, it actually goes the way of Lowpander.
Oh, what a pipe from a
Jesus.
He was really excited about hitting that too. I'm pretty sure the stream could hear that yell. That was a pretty nasty pipe. He just flies through. He ends up cratering, so it's a bit inconsequential that he gets the frag. But I mean, Froyotech is trying to maybe find some space on mid through Cafe here. They're walking in, and they're getting some potential 1v1s here. People jumping back.
The flag from Funds, though, he's on top of Bear. Oh, wow, that is a cleanup from Paddy if I've ever seen one. So they do take out Bear, however, from the pressure, and there's a little wraparound play, and they will actually get back-to-back kills. And now they just need to look after Martin at this point, who's being kind of bludgeoned with some of these ransacks from the leftover Froyotech players. There's another attempt in the Cafe area, but he's going to get cleaned up, Garbuglio, and Froyo there might actually be pushed back to their last for once in this match here. Hiipfire. Oh, another little trade from Paddy there. It looks like they want to contest second almost.
Yeah, I mean, Froyotech has been very confident this series, so they're trying to just mess up Lowpander, just try to peek in everywhere, and if you find a frag, I mean, that's going to ruin the whole, or the potential push from Lowpander, but they're going to be going in with that Uber. Hildreth and Mon will be leading it. They haven't gotten any frags just yet. They've gotten a decent amount of positioning, but I mean, Martin realizes that they can't really do much, but they get the frag onto Habib. Good job from Mookie. Also a solid frag, and they're going to be re-aggressing. The combo from Fro gets a good job getting like 3 frags on the left side, and now just a scout on the point. Mon getting so much time, but it's just Hildreth and Martin left, and well, he just can't do everything. Martin actually has got to go for the fight against Eric. He gets 2 saws, but goes down. Good attempt from Martin to keep that push, I guess stay alive, but well, it will be a successful hold for Froyotech.
Eric was mad. Eric was annoyed, and he just killed 3 of the Lowpander warriors that almost made a go of that Hiipfire. There was some nice little point play. I can see what they were trying to do, just kind of use the point and use Hildreth as sticky bombs to kind of just deny them from blocking, but they took their time over on Froyo to actually kind of time that well, and they followed up with those scouts as well with some very nice little chasing from Eric at the end there to make sure that they didn't keep Martin alive for that.
Oh, Mookie gets the force onto Bear. Froyo tried to go through Cafe, but Mookie was right there to contest that, so this is going to be a really bad Uber for Froyotech. Lowpander doesn't really have much positioning on the second point. Pappy is behind, who could potentially make some plays, but Froyo should be able to get this
Banny is behind, he's taken out Martin, and now the trap has been set, and everyone's just being, everyone's just dead. It's just the bear trap has gone off. The capping the second point now, but in good Froyotech fashion, they're still chasing Hiipfire. Banny's actually waiting on the last point. He's so impatient. He wants to get going. He wants the after party to start now, and there we go. 4 rounds on the board. So, ladies and gentlemen, if Lowpander are going to make any effort of making this comeback, they need your energy right now. And I'm not talking about just the crowd or anything like that. I'm just talking about you at Twitch chat, at home. You just need to kind of think really hard. Lowpander, you can do this. But Froyo, they're a scary force. And maybe it might be too scary. We'll see what happens on mid.
Oh, Garbuga tries to go for the fast roll. Beefs it a little bit on the point, but he's still there, but he has to go back very early, which is going to make Froyo basically down a player. Papik's actually going to go for his own flank play, trading places with Garbuglio, and I mean, nothing really has happened just yet. There's a bit of a position game for Froyotech, and it seems like this is really weird. They've actually swapped positions on mid right now, and now it's just going to be a big DM fight. Garbuglio will be the first one to fall, and there goes a bunch of more frags for the side of Lowpander. Just Banny, Patty, and Habib, and Banny goes down after finding the frag onto Pappy, and now it's just Habib and Patty.
Oh, nice little shot.
Yep, he's in, and Habib's going to go for the big jump in. He tries to get onto
the big crater.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he wants to try and get another big pipe on mid, and it didn't work out this time.
Hiipfire, it's working. It's working. The energy. Keep going, Twitch chat. We can do this.
Well, wait, but yeah, this is the big wipe. This is exactly what Lowpander was looking for. Well, not the wipe. That's a bit. I mean, Lowpander lost a lot of players as well. But yeah, they have the full Uber advantage, and this is what they need to just start rolling right now. They have the Uber. They're going to go to the left side to get the Uber onto Hildreth and Mr. Epic. They get a lot of space right now. They're trying to stand on top of the point, but the players are Ubers. They get the sentry down. Garbuglio's kind of behind the point, awkwardly sitting there. He should be able to get taken out soon. But I mean, Lowpander's really not getting any frags. Banny finds the first frag, actually. All the Froyotech players are kind of bunched up on the right side, and there's great stuff from Lowpander to get the frags there. It's 3-3 now, but Fun's going down, and Martin getting his second frag of this last push actually is going to make it a 2v2. But
Banny,
now,
he really wants the Martin kill.
He's not hitting right now. This is actually some beef from Banny. He has to go back. He can't get that frag, and now, well, Lowpander didn't get the push, but I mean, they have 10 minutes, and they once again have 40% Uber advantage. So.
Yep, so they do keep this controlled somewhat, despite being brought down to so many little players. They look like they wanted to take the approach of fragging all the classes before they start capping that point. And I don't know about that Hiipfire. I feel like there was times that they could have got away with getting some point pressure on, and it would have kind of put Froyo at a disadvantage in the way that you're kind of controlling them. You're dictating the pace of the fight rather than leaving it up in the air for both of these teams to kind of just pull something out. But they're going in for another push. They've got their Uber charge, and they do not over on the side of Froyo. They take out the sentry gun, they take out Habib, and with the Dome Man down, surely they can do this. There's a nice little shot. Meme Spoon actually comes out during all that chaos, and Paddy goes down as well. They will clean up the... Yeah, you can hear the home crowd there, the bias, the EU bias working well. Maybe it will work hard enough to bring back another 4 rounds into this, but it's not over. This is a marathon, not a race, Hiipfire. They have to make a huge go of this, but maybe they can actually feel your energy right now. Everybody, come on. Hiipfire, are you feeling it?
Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm always feeling it. The comeback is always real, but it's going to need to continue here. Hildreth on this first mid, or in this next mid rather, is just throwing some stickies around. Eric is actually peeking in on the left side, and Froyo Banny will be the one to aggress a little bit onto a roamer here. But I mean, the positioning is kind of odd for Lowpander right now, and that's gonna
down.
It's manifesting itself with the death of the Hildreth and Funds. Pappy jumping in, gets the other demo frag, and the Med is down as well. Bear is down, but I mean, Lowpander doesn't really have much positioning into this mid. They might lose this mid, but if they keep Martin alive, which should be fine. Actually, he's going to get chased by Banny, and he's doing some good juking right now. He gets some arrows onto Banny. It's very close, but the pistol of Banny is going to take out Martin. Good attempt, but that will be the actually the crits advantage for Froyotech.
What an evil game, Hiipfire. How can you do an effort like that and then get punished even harder with a longer respawn queue? TF2, well, do you not have any heart?
Oh well, but this is going to be quite interesting. I haven't seen a Froyo crits just yet. At least I haven't casted one just yet. And the side of Lowpander, they try to keep their place a little bit on second. Mr. Epic actually gets a good angle onto Bear, but misses that shot. Eric gets behind onto the combo, finding a frag, and Paddy finding the other one on the combo. And this is going to just make this really hard. Wow. Goodbye, Mookie. Well, that's a great shot from Corbuglio.
That air shot left me speechless, and it's time for Froyo to maybe end out this round. They still have maybe, actually, they want to end it in style. They've got the Habib crits out, and they actually do a quick switch to Paddy, who kind of finishes off Funds there, but they only really find the Funds kill, and from there they have to kind of make up these kills on their own. There will be some aggression coming out from Mookie, and he will get the kill onto Paddy, and Hildreth is kind of just trying to deny the point right now. Garbuglio is over on this last point, decides to actually back off instead, and Eric is just kind of farming them right now, and it's just a nice actually little air shot from Pappy to finally cut down Eric there. Froyotech have respawned back into the second point, but you're going to have Lowpander up any second now, so things have slowed down, things have reset. 6 minutes left on the clock, Hiipfire.
Well, the Chris is still up, so we're going to see another push coming in soon. Hopefully it will be less of a cringe creek to see if maybe Habib can get some frag movie clips, or maybe it's Paddy. We'll see who gets the crits this time. But yeah, Lowpander is just currently preparing themselves. They do have the sniper, since crits. You can definitely drop the crits if you get sniped in the face, but. Right now, Froyo's just trying to find the bright spot. They've decided it's the right side. The first crit sticky from Habib onto Martin, immediately getting the frag. Paddy helps him out, gets Mookie as well. Garbuglio finds the frag on the left. Funds will find one frag with his Sentry, 7th player, but now it's a 3v5 and no heals for Lowpander as their players are going down. It's just Funds, and Froyo's on the point. It will be 5-1.
very nice crits from Froyotech there, showing them how it's done. Banny kind of went in, cleared the front line for his demo man, as well as kind of act as a distraction there. And Habib just needed one sticky, but one sticky was the one that killed Martin. So we've got one final round potentially here.
I'm loving this.
In the world.
Double crits. This is going to be good. If both medics stay alive, I definitely would like to see how this is going to play out. And right now, I mean, Lowpander is just waiting, really. They're kind of just waiting for Froyo players to go in, because both teams are on crits, and they're both just waiting for their crits to come up. And, well, Pappy will be doing a little bit of a big bomb, but he's going to just go straight onto top just to establish the positioning. The crits are now up, and Habib is going to be the first one to shoot some crits. He gets 2 onto front and Mon. And there goes Mookie and Martin as well, and just the scouts cleaning up on the damage. And that's going to be a full wipe for Lowpander. Froyotech did lose about 3 players, including their medic, Bear, but that's definitely a win for Lowpander. And Eric, he's ready. He's on the left side here waiting for people to come out, but Lowpander's players are coming out on the other side. So Eric is now just, I guess, on a very interesting... Oh, there it is, Hildreth. He isn't ready for it. Mookie is actually going to try to get the frag, and Mon will clean him up. That the timing didn't really work out for Eric. Maybe should have just gone for the first frag, but, well, Froyotech has just capped up the second point.
Yeah, they are eager for these frags. They'll literally wait at the front door, demanding that they have some players come face them. And this time, we've got another mid scenario, last scenario for Lowpander. They really need to lay on the defense thick here, but with the massive flank around from Gorbuglia, the collapse coming in from Froyotech. They're melting Lowpander. There's only Pappy left, and Pappy died. There's somebody on last point already, and it's a taunt in good fashion as well. 6-1 will be the score, and Froyotech will be the champion of the Esports United Community Rumble. Congratulations to the Americans.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was a very dominant series from Froyotech. I mean, it was a bit expected at the time. I mean, or like people expected this to happen. You know, these were definitely the favorites coming in. You know, it's 3/6 of the current #1 USCA team, and then there's 2 players that have played on that team before, and then you have Bear as well, very solid medic in his own right. So,
my God, look at all these excuses. Like,
I mean, look.
We were supposed to lose this. We're not very good. Nobody takes this seriously. Euros are here for fun.
Look, if you want me to look, I'm not pulling an I-46 here. I'm not doing any of those things. I'm not saying that Lowpander's drunk and that they they don't care. I'm just saying
Do Lowpander even care?
I don't think they ever cared. I think they
care too much. I think they care too much that they didn't care about the cockiness. They didn't have any sort of...
That sounds about right.
Yeah, they were too modest in a way. They cared too much.
Oh, well, I mean, congratulations. I mean, that's about, what is that? That's 2 rounds and lost in a best of 5. That's pretty dominant. And
yeah,
I mean, Lowpander still got second place.
I mean, I can't help but feel that even despite all that and that kind of really, really good TF2 coming out from Froyo, that they would be a bit annoyed that, oh man, we lost 2 rounds. That was like, that's worse than the upper bracket final. And then Banny's going to take them back and crack the whip. And
I don't think they're too worried about that. I mean, I think they'll just be going, with the mentality of, it's like TF2 can just you can just lose rounds so quickly. Like sometimes it's just like, one bad mid, your medic is just in not the most optimal position, and then you just get rolled. So
yeah, look at those champions setting up
beautiful
on
gamers.
The podium already. They're like, I'm here to pick up my check. I'm here for the interview. I'm here for my headset. And yep, so
Habib and Patty and Banny are not getting headsets.
No, it's because
there they are.
Yep, we had to go back in the back and fish some more. So don't worry, they're going to get some prize money as well. It's not going to be 30,000 Swedish kroners worth of headsets.
I think it's going to be, I think, 1,500 euros.
Cash money.
1,500 euros in cold, hard cash. Woo! Well, cold, hard digital exchange.
All right, well, it looks like they're begging for an interview, and I do love a good interview, Hiipfire. So I'm gonna have to bid you adieu. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk away. You're gonna keep talking, and we're gonna have a smooth transition. Smooth.
That's beautiful. Well, all right. Well, see these beautiful gamers here. In case you don't actually know all of them, but with the face, you got the Banny, Patty, the Beeb, Bear,
Smooth.
Eric,
Smooth transition. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Is this Froyotech? The Froyotech, the one that is just won Esports United Community Rumble. Guys, how are you feeling? Come on.
Feels good.
Feels good, man. Yeah. Okay, so I've got to ask, I mean, even after a dominant performance like that, and it seemed like it looked so easy, was there anything you were actually disappointed from that game? Did you feel like, man, we lost 2 rounds, we should have, there must be, was there anything like you wish you could have done better in that game?
Should I take it?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah, we kind of got a bit messy after like a couple rounds. I think we were getting maybe a bit cocky. But we eventually closed it out. We gave up 1 round, and at that point we're like, yeah, let's just end this. So yeah, then we ended it.
Now, I've got to ask, guys, how much do you think the draft played a part into tonight's game? Do you think it won you straight off the bat, or do you think it was really down to the gameplay? So just kind of educate me. How much did the draft do?
The maps actually were pretty important, I'd say. If you watch the Swiss portion of the tournament, we lost Reckoner to them, so we made sure to ban that out right away. And then the maps actually were in a pretty good order for us. I think we started on Snakewater, a map we had beat them on before, and then they went to Badlands. We were confident on that map, so I'd say the order of the maps was actually pretty good for us. So yeah.
All right. So let's get some of your teammates involved, Banny. Let's actually have a quick little vote. I want to just know who is the most valued player on this Froyotech run of this tournament. I'm going to let you all have your own little vote, and then we'll tally them up, and then we'll kind of award the crown. And I think, probably we'll give him like the player of the tournament as well. I mean, okay, so Banny, in your opinion, who was the most valued player on Froyotech?
I would say Habib.
Paddy? Habib?
What's the question anyway?
Most valued player, Habib.
Most viable player?
Most valued.
Oh, MVP. Oh. Yes. Purple for creating all the space and distracting.
I mean, yeah. Bear.
I was going to say Habib, but let's go with purple.
Ooh, Eric.
Purple shirt.
Hell yeah.
What?
Habib.
Habib? Well, I didn't expect this to happen. So I guess I'm just going to have to award players of the tournament to Habib and to Purple Shirt. Got Buglio. So, yeah, small little clap. Yeah, woo! All right. We still got a little bit of the interview. I'm just going to ask one final thing from you. What's your favorite thing about the LAN so far? I mean, it is a community rumble. It's not the NA Destroy EU rumble. Let's talk about the LAN a bit more. So, what's been your personal favorites or highlights of the LAN so far? I'm going to go down one by one again. So, I'm going to start off with you, Garbuglio.
Definitely the food. And I mean, everybody here is so cool and nice and has been super friendly to all of us and accommodating. It's been great meeting everybody, for sure.
Eric?
I would also say the food and, just meeting Lowpander and getting to know them, like, one-on-one, that kind of stuff.
Bear?
I don't want to be a broken record, but the food and also the MGE tournament, that was pretty fun. Tasting the that gross fish egg, that was pretty fun.
Damn, the Swedes make some good food. Habib, have you got an original answer?
I would say the Swedish ganja. Oh yeah. Shout outs to News and Smear.
My virgin ears, please, Mama Turbo, turn off the stream right now. Paddy, please give me a Christian answer.
I love Jesus.
Thank you. Is that your favorite part of the LAN?
Yeah, I read the Bible in my hotel.
You do get a Bible in these in your hotel, so yeah, I'm going to believe you. Banny, close us out. What's been your favorite part of the LAN?
I think just playing with these guys has been the best part for me. I think everyone kind of played their best and came together and put on a good show, at least for me. I don't know.
Oh, Banny, that's so sweet. Anyway, as per tradition, you know, you've been very nice boys on the interviews, so I'm going to give you some shout-outs. So you can say anything on the mic, just about anything, okay? Just so shout-outs. Keep it Christian. All right. We'll start off with you, Banny. Any special shout-outs or thanks out there to anybody?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everyone for showing up here and making this LAN possible. Of course, you guys for running it, Plantronics for the cool prizes and making the LAN happen too. Esport United, of course, too, for all their help. And also would like to thank everyone who supported us to get here and bought Froyo shirts or donated directly to us. So, yeah.
All right, Paddy. Any special people out there you want to shout out to?
Shout out to Rikachu. Hopefully you're watching. You're my main man. So, but other than that, I pretty much echo what Banny said. Thanks for putting
Smooth. Okay. Habib, are you going to play nice? Yes. Okay. All right, okay. PG, all right. PG shout-outs coming in.
So I definitely do shout-outs to everybody that made that LAN happen, to everybody that showed up. Shout-outs to my OG Froyotech members at North America, and shout-outs to the Luca goers.
If you want, we can just pass the mic along. I'll go straight to the end, yeah.
Shouts out to my team here. Shouts out to my team at home, Velocity Sports. Shouts out to everyone in Mumble, including Rikachu, Sam, all those boys. That's about it.
Shout out to Froyotech, Bot Mode, Slamnish, AIM, those guys.
Shout out to everybody that made this happen and supported us and donated us for us to get here. Shout out to my team, Swift and A. We're gonna fucking win. Oh, I'm sorry. And shout out to Leslie.
Hey, where are you? Okay, fine.
Shout out to Leslie.
Gonna have to wash your mouth out with soap later. Anyway, I just want to give one final big round of applause to our first place winners. Please leave the EU biases at the floor. Give it. I want the loudest clap. Louder! Congratulations, Froyotech. Congratulations to Lowpander as well for claiming their second, and congratulations to everybody who was watching as well. Thank you for tuning in to the stream. Thanks to Plantronics for making this all happen, and thanks to eSport, and thanks to Esports United as well for making it all happen as well. I want a big shout out and a big clap to the production team who have worked tirelessly at this LAN. Production, you can clap too. Clap for yourselves. What? Okay, so I guess that's one thing left to do. It's time to look at the credits. It's time to actually look at our nice little outro video that we prepared for you. So here it is. That's been Esports United. I've been TurboTabs. And yeah, I hope it's been a great event, and I hope to see you at the next LAN. Alfie, who kind of got picked off there. There we go. There's the collapse. Look at Jesus. Oh my God! What a shot!
River taking this right hand side. But, oh my God! Everyone's just completely crumbled. Riku absolutely crushing them. Oh my God!
Insane.
So
rooftop talk, every stolen kiss, every late night walk, every secret wish, every second chance, every time we danced underneath the light of the street lamp.
I'm gonna actually try Bieber. See what this is like.
Manny, what's your opinion on Pizza Polished?
They're alright.
They're alright?
Yeah.